Well, hello, everybody. I didn't think I was going to be back, did you? I'm here. I'm ready to rock. Back for more streaming. Didn't get much of sleep. I tried to sleep today. They were banging outside my window. Bang, 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 bang. Making lots of noise, making it nearly impossible for me to sleep. Got a couple hours of sleep, and then I tried to sleep this afternoon and then got none of that either. Kind of fading in and out. So I don't know how long I'm going to last here, but we're going to try to give it a go. There you all are, right there in the chat. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. In there in the Taurus TDK, it's Kismet time. It is. It's Kismet time up in here. We're going to play a very, very fun game called Planet Crafter. We got that all queued up and ready to go. Come on. There it is. Queued up, ready to go. I'm in the game right now. Now, I've actually been letting it run for a while. And I don't even know where my character is right now. Where the heck is my character? It's remaking the base. Tiny little base. We're going to get into that. But what a nice haircut. I did not get a haircut. My hair is still fluffy, floofy. It's very floofy. Yes, I did not get a haircut because the lady who usually does the family's hair, her child wasn't feeling well. So she wasn't able to make it today, so she said maybe tomorrow, so I might be late tomorrow. But then again, she usually doesn't work tomorrow, so now that I think about it, I was going to buzz her and make sure that it's Wednesday. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'll send her a message. It's kind of late. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so I'm sure she'll probably get back to me tomorrow, but that's okay. We'll get that going on. So yeah, no haircut, sadly. Everything went off the rails. They're still working on the house. I don't know why they got to work on my side of the house or why they got to bang and do it. They're actually working on stuff on the other side of the house, but for some reason they were right outside my window banging all day long. This is like 4 years of this crap, everybody. I have to put up with a lot of crap, everybody, every single day. I also just found out that I went to the doctor. I had him, I talked to him about all my different issues and whatnot. Apparently, I have really high cholesterol now from sitting inside, not doing any exercise, and staying away from people, trying not to die. And so they took blood to do some tests, except for they forgot to do all the tests. They just did one test. And they forgot to order the other test. So now I have to go back on Friday and get more blood drawn so they can do another test that they didn't do before. And it's like the incompetence of other people constantly cause me all sorts of grief, everybody. I'm just trying to stream here. I'm just trying to do the best I can do. And there's just nothing but roadblocks all the time. It's that roller coaster of life, right? Other people and them creating roadblocks that make it difficult for you to do what you're trying to do, right? I just try to get any sleep I can. I'm just trying to do as much as I can. And it's certainly not easy. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys have the same thing going on as well, right? Just trying to enjoy your day, just trying to get your stuff done, and everybody putting up barriers, causing you more time and effort that you got to do, right? Thanks for coming in. EBB, I see you in the chat. Register G also bringing in love. AMZ as well. Family first, hair second. That's exactly what I said. Hey, Cartoon Man coming in as well. Hey, Kismet, what up? What up? I think it's time to play some games. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Now, I was just letting my character die over and over and over. I gotta remember what the heck I was doing in here. We're gonna turn the game sounds on. Oh yeah, I can just go right over here. Slurpy, slurpy, slurp, slurp. Now I was letting my character just basically sit over here and die over and over and over again. Right here in the base. No biggie because he doesn't have anything on him, so he doesn't drop that. It doesn't hurt any of your other gear. He can literally just sit here and die over and over again. So what I've done is I've taken my base, which I had up above here, and I was building it out with these large rooms. And then I suddenly realized, wait a minute, why am I doing that? Why am I not just using the foundations, which are way easier, cost a lot less materials, and allow you to get it done much quicker, right? So I think that's the way to go right there. And so I swapped out all of those big things last time. We took them all down. And we swapped them out for these regular platforms here. And this is a much better way to go. And so what I did is I took all of that back down again. You know, all of that I built, if you've seen me do it before, and I built it all out that way, I took all that down. Now, the whole point of this is a meteor shield. And that's when the meteors come down, they're going to hit the top of this thing and then drop the loot right here instead of me having to go look for the loot or try to fish out the loot. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem right here with this problem here and a little bit of a problem there with it going down in there. But I could actually build up over the top of that if I wanted to. But I think we're going to leave it as is. Now, also what I've tried to do is extend this all the way out. So no matter what happens, I will sit up here at the top, kind of in the center of this launch area. And again, we've got these down here. We need to take those out eventually as well. But basically what I'm going to do is basically build maybe one of these kind of tree things right up here, or even better, just probably one of the one of those or one of those biolabs. And just stick it up here so I can stand here, and then the meteors will come toward me. And wherever I'm standing, usually you want to be in the kind of as much of the middle as you can, maybe even up forward. And then all the meteors come toward your character. And if you move, the meteors will start to move with you, right? And so you bring them all down, they hit this, bam, you pick up the loot, and you're off and running. Now, we got another game we're going to play today as well called Darwinia, which is kind of a revisiting, learn to play session that we're going to do. They just remastered it for 2022. It's an Intervision game. I actually knew it from Ambrosia Software, which made a bunch of other amazing games. Escape Velocity, Maelstrom, which was like an asteroids upgrade. Really cool game. And of course, one of my favorites, of course, Darwinia, which is a very unusual game. It's not like this type of game. It has its own unique flavor to it. Really ingenious gameplay style. It's an absolute classic. If you've never seen it, you're going to get to see it tonight on my stream. Going to be pretty awesome. One of my favorite games of all time. Easy. So let's see what we got hiding in the locker storage over here. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff there. Bunch of stuff there, and a little bit of stuff there. All right, well, that's all good stuff, goodies. We'll get that going. Now, what I really need more than anything is I need a ton of iron. You know what? I'm actually going to turn my graphics back up too, so that I can see all of this stuff come through. Let's save and resume. There we go. So we can kind of see it all at one time. It was getting real laggy with those big rooms, but I actually find it's a lot less laggy with just the foundations. And you can see, because I have my graphics all the way up, I can see it all the way out there, and it doesn't redraw as I move forward. You can see that I've drawn that way out. I've got this going, and I've actually moved my base down here, where the water is. Now, the bulk of my base is actually going to be outside the base. I know, wow, right? Because we discovered that on these foundations, you can actually put your, you can put all of your storages down there, so you don't actually have to have it inside. Now, if I am outside, though, I'm not breathing, my oxygen's going to run out, as well as the meteors can hit me while I'm out there. So one of the things we want to do, of course, is build this big shield to capture the loot as it's coming down and utilize that loot. Now, what we really want to do is get any iron. There's like 0 iron in that one. I just love it when there's like no iron in the iron extractors, right? This is what they're primary extracting, iron, right? But if I go in there, look how little iron there actually is in those. Look, none in that one. I don't know if I took this out before. I don't think so. I think I moved this, but I don't remember taking it out of here at all, because this is not good. Look at this. No iron at all going on in there, or at least very little of any iron, for sure. Look, we got a bunch of stuff in there. Oh my god, this stuff all needs to be sorted out. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, and more yikes. Okay, yeah, wow. Okay, yeah, we got to sort some stuff. Okie dokie. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We need a storage thing, maybe way here at the end. Oh, there's a little bit right there. Now I gotta use some of my iron to make a storage to hold my iron. Put that out there. And put all that in there. Alright, very nice. And again, do not think there's any iron in any of this side. Now, I've also made it where it's kind of two-sided, so I can go to the outer side and the inner side and try to grab all this iron. Now, one of the problems that does happen with this, you get a backlog of a whole bunch of other resources that I don't really need at the moment. And so I just want to take all of the iron out of there and utilize that, and then kind of get rid of everything else. Oh, my oxygen's getting low. No worries. I'm right here next to the base. And so that's what I really want to do. I want to get as much iron as I can, and then utilize that for building out my kind of meteor shield up there. But to do that, I have to get rid of all of this other stuff. That is basically populating all of this. Let's again run all the way to the end here. We'll put this stuff in here. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to empty all of these out. So we're going to go ahead and grab this one. What did I do with that thing? What did I do with the actual extractors? I think I was going to put them in between. Let's just make a whole bunch of them. Here we go. Let's see. What do we need? Super alloy, uranium. Oh, we need explosive powder. I think it was upstairs. I think I might have taken it upstairs here. Now, there's a thing called the shredder that you can use. Yeah, it's right here. Is there anything in it? No. That you can use. I'm just going to take it apart so I can go ahead and grab it. So I don't have to run up there every time. And my goal is to put one of these shredders like every 2 steps eventually, so we can just go ahead and put that down there. I love it when it's going the wrong direction. Alright, and then we'll deconstruct the shredder machine and then try to turn it around the right way. I think that an object should always face toward the player. That's just me and my crazy game ideas. And there we go. So we can just go ahead and flush those. Basically get rid of them. We've got, looks like some sort of sandstorm or something starting up. And so we're just going to go down here and just try to remove these here. And then go to the next one, same thing, grab it out of there. Grab this one. Again, the goal is just to kind of clear it so we can collect some iron. Like this, and like that, and a little bit of this one. Now, I have a ton of material, so I don't need to keep all these materials. In fact, I've probably been keeping too much as it is. I can very easily just run over here and grab it out of these if I needed to. Now, another thing I need to do is just take a quick moment, have some food here. Probably a good idea to collect some of this food. Put those beans back in there again. Like so. There we go. And then put all that in there. And I don't really need to drink anything because I have water right down here. I can just drink it right out of there. Plus, I'm also producing water right there. But again, my goal is to clear this stuff out so we can get some iron. I'm going to leave that iron back in there so I can clear these. This is a job right here. I mean, it should have a built-in shredder, so if you do want to do this at some point, you don't have to really do what I'm doing. And, you know, I've got 20 of these suckers. So that's 20 of them that I have to do. And it's, you know, if you take 10 of those, cut it in half, plus a little more. This is going to be like, you know, 10, 15 times I have to shred this stuff to kind of clear it all out. Let's get this one on the other side. Oh, there's one right there, too. Ah, see, I did have another one. I thought I did. So it's nice and backwards. Let's turn this one around. All of this stuff needs to be fixed. These are all facing the wrong directions and whatnot. Put it right there. There we go. Put that in there. What do you got in here? We take this out and then do this. There we go. Let's fix all this stuff while we're at it as well. Now what I want to do is have it where if I need to, I can just put it in there. Oh, this one doesn't even have anything in it. I can just put it in there and whatnot. Now again, it'd be great to have basically like an automatic shredder that you could add to the extractors, right? But there we go. There's another one there, so that helps me a little bit further down here, so I don't have to run all the way back to that other one. Those I've already cleared. Now again, this is blocking my ability to extract any more ore because it's full. Some of those are completely full, and thus it's blocking. So we need to go ahead and clear. Now, if you haven't seen this game, everybody, it's called Planet Crafter. Really great. It's in early access right now. Highly recommend it. If you like Subnautica, Surviving Mars, games along that kind of genre, this is your jam right here. Absolutely. Really fantastic game. Again, I was only going to play it for a few hours, but man, I got hooked on it. I mean, absolutely. Really, really fun game. But I'm at a stage now that is really difficult. Oh, man, look, we got a bunch right in there. There's where we could make more right there. I'm at a really high-level stage right now, which basically you can't progress much more because really there's a whole part of the game that's not even put in yet because they're still working on it, like I said. Is there some air over here? There's some air right there. Sweet. And so what I'm doing is basically just trying to push it beyond its actual limits. As I do with pretty much all games. That's why we call it a mega playthrough. Because what we're doing is we're going and basically going really far into the game. We'll check in on our status eventually here too. But I got to get this started so that I can have it extracting while I'm doing other stuff. That's really what I want to do at this point. Look how much work this is, everybody. A lot of work to get rid of this stuff. And I got to go grab it and run over here and then put it in here and do some more and so on. At least they increased it. They had it actually a lot less that you could put in the shredder at any given time. And again, while I'm clearing this out, it's doing nothing but fill right back up again. And so you got to really be Johnny on the spot with clearing this stuff. Like this. All right, now we'll check this other side again. Again, if it just has a couple in there, no big deal. But it's when it's full that's this biggest problem. You know, it gets above that thing there. And again, we want to keep the iron. Iron we're trying to actually get out of there. Again, I would like to have these shredders every few steps. And to do that, we're going to need to reorganize our materials because all of my materials have been, you know, kind of spread all over because I deconstructed my base so that I could set it up in this new way. I think we got it. I think we got the bulk of it. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we cleared that out. We can give it one more kind of round here. Where we go ahead and just grab everything out in a sequence. Like this. All along this. Now, the trick to this is, if you put them all in a row like I've got them, it's a little easier to go from one to the next to the next. You just run along the edge. Notoriously, this edge is a little short, so you have a tendency to fall off all the time. At least I do. I don't know. It's a little annoying. Hopefully they maybe widen that out or something, or I don't know. I don't know. But there we go. So now we got a bunch of iron and then a whole bunch of other random resources. And then what we'll do is we'll fly all the way back. And we did that one side. Go ahead and clear this stuff. Take a quick pit stop into the base to get some oxygen here. There we go. And then we'll do the other side. Same thing. Just to give it its kind of optimum amount of time that it can run the whole... Oh, God, I missed one. Let's give it its optimum amount of time to collect loot. And also to give us the maximum amount of iron that we can grab for right now. And utilize that. Yeah, it's going to be too much iron. No worries, this allows me to make another locker. Over there. Alright, there we go. And then fly back. Drop this loot off. Like so. And then figure out which one of those that I missed. That one for sure. Otherwise, it's just stopped doing nothing. And you definitely don't want that. If you're going to do a massive, giant expansion like I'm doing, you certainly want to make sure that you've got that all the way cleared out. We'll do that. We'll run over here. We'll get some water. We'll get ourselves all squared away. And then we'll go ahead and run all the way to the other end here, and we'll grab all this iron. All right, very nice. Now we're going to go up here. I'm going to continue to work on our shield here. Now what I'm going to do is start working my way back, of course, to cover up my base here. So we'll go ahead and work from this side right about where the base is at, like this. Now what I'm doing is I'm basically snapping this to the launch pad, which launches rockets, in an effort to get to a point where I can launch rockets. They land up here. I can grab the materials and then reuse those same materials for the rockets again. Right? Now, the great thing about this game, very much like a lot of other great games, is that it allows you to get the materials back if you do deconstruct it, if you have enough room in your inventory, that is. Make sure you got lots of good room in the inventory. Also, I find whatever game I'm playing, for some reason, whenever I'm building, it always has to be nighttime. I don't know why that is. But you get the general gist of this. I'm just making a big, long grid here. And trying to block my primary base here to start. This way I can work down here without worrying about getting hit by meteors. And meteors actually do damage to you, but also they bring resources to you too. I think it's a real genius idea. I think it's real smart. To go ahead and have these meteors come down with these resources. So we're just going to go ahead and square it out this way. And I'm just using up all this iron. It only uses one iron for these foundations, which is way less, maybe one more, way less than using the double rooms like I was before. A little too extravagant, really unnecessary, because I'm not really going to use those rooms for anything. I'm just going to go ahead and build out this thing little by little as I can. Now my base, all I really need is actually a fairly small base with this room right here, which is called the Biolab. The Biolab allows me to craft a bunch of stuff as well. Now, one of the things that I typically would do is put my crafting and all that stuff elsewhere, but I'm actually going to try to combine my crafting into this particular room. So we need a crafting station here, and then we need one of the larger crafting stations. Now, to do the crafting station, we need some iron and some silicon. And the way we can do that is just basically go all the way to the end here, take these ones out to get the iron back, and then run all the way back over here. And I have just tons of resources everywhere that definitely need to be organized. There's some silicon there and some titanium and various other stuff. there we go. So we're just going to start with this room. This is going to be kind of our base room that we do all of our stuff with for now. So we're going to go ahead and start with a just a small crafting thing there. And then we have a more advanced crafting thing. We need aluminum, silicon, magnesium, a whole bunch of stuff. And we've got some of that laying around somewhere. Let's just grab a little bit of all of that. Aluminum is what we're looking for right now. And again, this came from my other base. There's some aluminum. My other base that I tore down, which was massive. I tore down and then moved it all over here. Some iron there. And again, just looking for some aluminum. Did I get rid of all the aluminum? I might have. I might have. See if we can find some. That's a whole lot of no right now. No aluminum. It's going to be some serious sorting tonight, everybody. Some serious sorting alert. Oh, there's a couple iron in there. Let's get that out of there. Try to consolidate all of our iron. All right, there's some. All right, that took a while. All right, and then we want to go ahead and run all this in here. Now, I do want to be able to just to go out here and be able to collect all my algae. In fact, I want to actually probably bring these even closer so I can just run out, grab it. Maybe even put another one in there, move that one out a little bit. But you get the general idea. I want to get all the algae right here so I can easily grab it and bring it into here. Now, when I'm crafting, I don't necessarily want to have all the stuff right here in the way. Better to have it down the sidewall. And then over here, same thing. It's better to have my advanced thing kind of back here. And then kind of tuck back a little bit. So I'm not running into it all the time. You can very easily have that problem where you can't get around it. Right? Very, very not good. Now, another great thing about this particular one is there's no chair in my way. In that other room, there's a chair that's blocking me. But in here, we could very easily do all of our other buildings that we need. What do we got in here? We got iron in there. Wow, I've got a lot of iron in there. Get that iron out of there. There we go. And what else do we got in here? Let's see. There's some cobalt, more iron. Man, lots of iron. There's all of our flowers, more iron. And then this is ice and fabric, food and water. Okay, so that's pretty good. We got that. We got our thing there. Now we want to go ahead and get our screens. And I definitely want to just put them right up here, right there. And then our progress, silicon and cobalt. We'll take all that stuff out eventually. Silicon, cobalt. There's some silicon there. Remember any more cobalt in here. Let's go run outside. See if we got cobalt in any of these. Now again, I had this all organized at one point. But when it happens when you move a gigantic base like that, you're going to end up with a base like this, where you're just like, oh God, I just got stuff thrown all over the place. I kind of feel like I want to do this one down there. Now, we're in fish, and we're the furthest we've ever been. And I got to think I've been letting this run as well. And I'm only 2% into fish. Apparently, there's something after fish as well. But I'm 29.83 TTI. I think the most we did in the previous playthrough was up to 1 TTI. So we're basically 30 times that. And we're still only about 3%. Which means that this is going to take a really, really long time. And we need to kind of continuously scale up on the upgrades. And really, rockets are your way to go. And of course, upgrading your equipment, adding more equipment is the way to go. But right now, I'm just trying to build out a bigger base here is what I'm trying to do. Now, also over here, we're collecting stuff, methane. We've also got other collectors going for water and all of that. And we'll get all that stuff consolidated in the same area because it's just easier to, if you have it all in one area, you just grab it all from there. And then also we integrated all of our extractors as part of our base as well. These are all iron extractors. I have extractors for other resources as well. Really, an amazing thing to do is to use the foundations because you can put all of your stuff out there. And then, of course, you keep your interiors for other stuff that you might want to do. A great example would be if we wanted to kind of push out a little bit with the base here, maybe to the left, and add another room to do our food and stuff like that. Now, I've actually not tried to do the food external. Let's go ahead and try and see if we do it on these foundations. I know there's a bunch of fertilizer here somewhere. There we go. Let's see. Fertilizer, super alloy, and water. Super alloy. You can see that's actually where it was. And again, oh, there's a puppy. Hello, pretty puppy. There's a little sparkle dog. Little sparkle dog, come see me, everybody. I heard her lay down. I'm not going to lift her up. She looks comfy right now. You know what she looks like. Just put the emotes in the chat. So yeah, it won't let me do that outside. Won't let me do it outside. Really going to let me do it inside. I don't think I can put it on the ground. Yeah, see, you can put your storages out here, but sadly cannot put these outside. So definitely going to need an inside thing for our food. Now, we can also go in this direction, in the outside direction, where we actually have a bit of space. Now, to do these, I'm going to need a little bit more super alloy. Kind of feel like maybe I want to connect this over to that, and then this way I can just walk back and forth. But as you can see, I've got just an obscene amount of resources that needs to be kind of organized. So we're going to go ahead and grab this, boom, add that right on there. And that's going to give us the ability to go in here and just kind of work on all of our foods in that same area. And so we'll get that going. Oh, hydration, that's an easy one. I'm literally right next to the water. And then get up here. All right. And again, we're just going to kind of rebuild all of this stuff again right in here. Now, we also want to look at our power under here. How's our power look? I think we could probably get away with putting maybe another room in there. Maybe another room or 2 rooms. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, that's just straight building. Let's go ahead and put this. Let's take these out. And then build some more foundations across here. Like that. So you have kind of a side walkway here while I'm working. And then when I'm running up here and need to get up here, easy way, I'll just have that. And again, because I have a jetpack, I can jetpack right at it and then just go up without it actually having to be on the ground level. Super useful. All right, so let's put our food back in. What do we got over here? This is not food. And again, same thing with the iron. We really need to think about doing the rooms first, I think. Let's do the rooms first. And then we'll come back to that. So let's get our stuff for our rooms. And then we'll go ahead, add another room. Now, before I had a bunch of rooms for this. I'm trying to remember how many I had originally. I think I could probably go that way as well. Again, trying not to hit my nuclear power there. But I think it actually won't let me if it's blocking anyway. Yeah, see, this is all currently blocking. All currently blocking. Now, what I can do also is take my nuclear power and just put it on the top. Eventually, I want to go ahead and make this all glass tops and all of that. I don't think if I really want to do that. I probably do, because then I can put all of my food on this side. So what I could do is kind of rework a bit of this side first. And we'll go ahead. Oof. Okay, that's gonna be some moving right there. Let's work it all to the left there, kind of in unison here. Again, we're just gonna make some temporarily here, just so we can put all that stuff in there. And then we're gonna have to move all this from this side all over to this side. And the real trick of this is what you do is when you move it, then you go ahead and take the previous box out. Then when you go to the next box to grab all that stuff, you now have the ability to make a box. In this case, that one's kind of light on resources, so I can go ahead and actually grab 2 boxes there. And then take those 2 boxes and then move them over here temporarily. The point is that they're just temporary until we've got a more permanent location for those particular resources. And we'll get that figured out here in just a bit. And put all that in there for now. All right, very nice. We've got that squared away. Now, I kind of feel like we want to remove a bunch of this power. Maybe one more. There we go. And then our power's still on. See how it doesn't? You don't have that sound of it going off. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it way over here. It doesn't matter where you put your power. I highly suggest that you use your fusion power until you get to a point where you no longer really need it, right? Where you've got all of your ore extraction going, and you're just doing really excellent on that ore extraction or your uranium extraction, or you're using your rocket extraction as well. And I feel like we might get away with that, but you know what? Let's just take these ones out just to be sure. No biggie. And maybe even this one too. Just kind of move it over here to this side. And my kind of goal is to put down a tremendous amount of this nuclear power to the point in which I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because the thing is the other type of power, the fusion power, is not infinite, where in this case, this is infinite because I can get an infinite amount of these resources as well. So I don't have to really worry about it. There we go. Okay, so we want to go ahead and extend that out. And again, we'll look at what we need here. A bunch of iron, titanium, so on and so forth. We know we've got tons of iron laying around here somewhere, so let's get 6 iron. And then we're going to need 6 titanium. I'm sure I've got some more right there. And then super alloy. I forget how much I needed that. We'll just grab a bunch. And then we'll go over here and add more rooms. And see if it's going to let us. Now, sometimes it's really awkward to do these rooms. I actually find it's easier if you go inside and click like that. Sometimes you got to click on the right side, depending which way you're facing. You click on the right side or the left side, and then they snap really well. And there we go. So now we got the base built out a little bit. How we looking here? Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. And we can still get under it to get to all of this stuff under here as well. And eventually we'll want to move our... I'll probably just move it right now. Move all of our methane extractors here. I can probably get all of these in one shot. Now, one of the drawbacks is these things use zeolite, which is your rarest resource in the game. But I think it's worth it because you're making lots of methane and lots of stuff of that nature. So definitely worth it to at least use some of it on that. Now again, see I have my water extractors here, and I should probably... I could probably just put stairwell there and just come straight down. And put these right underneath the base in a way in which when I come to get the water, I'll also come to get the methane. So you're just getting it all at the same time. Much easier. Use our jetpack to get up here. Find a box to throw this stuff in. And I think we're GG on that. Okay, and we'll run back in. And now we definitely have lots of space for for our food. So let's start with our beans. And my job is to, kind of consolidate all of this down so it is working much better and much more efficient all in one spot. That is kind of more oriented to the massive scale I'm doing here. Again, we're reducing, but we're also scaling up at the same time, which is not an easy thing to do. We're reducing the overall base size, the actual physical base that I'm using, but we're actually making it scale up over time to where you're getting more of everything going on. Again, you just got to keep scaling up your resources until you get to a point where I'm at, where I literally just have so much that I don't even need it all. Like, I don't necessarily need to make this many seeds. It just makes it more convenient that I don't have to actually check it as often. But it is nice to have all of those going in a row. Now, the other thing that I need to do is I need to find the seeds that I had before. And I'm just going to start over here and work our way across all of these. Try to find those bean seeds that I had. And we're just going to try to put down as many of these as we can. There's some fertilizer there. Let's grab that out of there. I see some water. We'll grab that. We have enough super alloy, I think, for now. And what we need is we need the seeds. Now, the seeds are going to set how many of these you can put down. And I know I've got some more here that I took down from my previous base. There's one there. A lot of fertilizer in there. Let's grab all of that. We can go ahead and probably clear out this super alloy as well. So there's one there. None in there. And this is definitely where I was taking down all of my food. Lots of seeds in there. Oh, this is actual food here. Take that out. Aha, there they are, and a bunch of food as well. So we know what to do with the food. Again, once you have a place to put stuff, then you can start the sorting process. And that's basically what we're doing right now. We're starting that process of doing this. But let's also put all of this in here like that, and we'll come back to that here in just a moment. Let's go this way, drink some water. Funny irony is we're actually thirsty. Stuck. We're actually thirsty and hungry. So we go ahead and eat some of that food. In fact, I could probably eat several of that. And then again, over here, we want to go ahead and keep expanding these. We need water, we need super alloy, and fertilizer. Now, before, what I was doing is I was doing a lot of other stuff that I needed. Did I put that in or take it out? I think I just did that totally wrong. Put this in. Take these all out. There we go. And I've got more beans somewhere. But I'm putting all the food down now together. I had it separate. I had it on one side of the base, and then I had it also on the other side of the base. But now I'm going to put it all in a sequence so we can just take it all out at once. Fill up our food box, as well as put food in remote locations all around the map. And so on. So again, there we go. We got that in. We got 4 seeds here. Perfect. Wow, that was like a guess, everybody. I had no idea that was on point there. There we go. So we'll get that going. Of course, again, every time I go to do something, that's when it gets dark. Can't work in any game without it getting dark. All the time. Only does it when I'm working on stuff outside, usually. But then again, I guess I work a lot on stuff, so I guess that's a contributing factor as well. Again, we want to take every bit of this and get it going. Now, again, early game, you don't want to do this, everybody. I'm really taking it to an extreme level where I'm going to run every seed and run everything to the maximum because really at where I'm at now, there's no other option. There's no other option but to max everything. To max your food, to max your production values. so you can get your fertilizer going, so you can get all your stuff going along that line. There we go. We got all of those in a line. Now, the next thing we want to do is, again, continue on with that. And you know what? We're going to go all the way to the end here. We're going to work our way backwards and see what we got hiding in here. Not much stuff there. And again, good to sort your stuff so you can very easily see what's going on in there. Sort that. There's some more fertilizer there. Tons of water. And then a bunch of super alloy. Okay, and then over here, super alloy, water. Again, we're just looking for fertilizer now. Yeah, right there, 1 and 2. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do on top of doing those beans is I'm going to start doing, again, rows and rows and rows of food. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually, I should probably leave a little bit of a gap at the start. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap here. Actually, let's start on this side. And we'll work our way backwards and try to leave a gap. Just to kind of get the measurement. And again, try to put them as close together as I can. So I can get as many of these in here. It's going to let me. Put this last one in, and we'll see if we can slip by. Yeah, we can. Okay, so there we go. Now this part over here, again, these are all level 2 growers as well, so they grow faster, but they use more power. And what we want is we want our squash like this. We've already got a bunch of it, but we actually want the seeds for it. Nope. There it is. All right. Or basically not a squash, eggplants. Grab all of those. Oh, more fertilizer there. Let's grab that. More fertilizer. More eggplants. There we go. We had a ton of them going. We had every single one that we could get going. And we're going to get back to doing that as well. The reason why my base is also not taking much power right now is because, of course, I have a lot of my stuff dismantled. And there we go. And then let's keep adding some more on this side. More water. And I might as well use what I've already got, because I know I got a ton of it in here, so. Wow, look at all that. Lots of fertilizer. Okay. More super alloy. Sure any one of these boxes has a ton of super alloy in it. I have so much super alloy, and the reason why is because I made, again, a bunch of these bases elsewhere, and I was just filling and filling and filling with these bases with a ton of super alloy, and then in the end, I realized that I really didn't need to do that. And again, we'll leave a little bit. We just kind of slide by at the end there when we want to get to different row levels. And then we'll put all of these in here. Now, these are actually growing the second I put them in here. They'll actually start growing a ton of these seeds, which is awesome. And then over here on the other side, I'm going to go ahead for now and just keep putting these in all the way down. And the reason why I'm going to do that is if I do find some more seeds, I'll put some more bean seeds in there, but if I don't, then I'll just put a bunch of eggplants. Lots of super alloy. So we're basically just building a big production facility. But we're trying to make it as small as we possibly can. Right? Use the least amount of space for what we're doing, but also try to, you know, maximize everything that we're doing as well. And again, fertilizer. Any fertilizer I see, I'm going to grab. Helps me make more items, more water. I should probably just keep making the things and then come back with the seeds. And there we go. So both rows are done there. And then on the back side here, we're going to just do the same thing. And it doesn't snap, so you have to kind of do your best kind of thing. We're also listening for our power to see if our power goes off. Out of water. And use up what you got first. Come back for the rest later. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Should have went from that edge first. Come back to it. Put these other ones in. Should have went from the inside edge outwards as opposed to working from the outside edge inwards like I'm doing here. Like this is the outside edge, this inner part. And then I'm working toward the gap, which is in that direction. A much smarter way of doing it because it's not necessarily going to match up across both of those. Across both sides because it doesn't snap. So I just kind of manually eyeball it. I hope it works out pretty similar. Maybe we can kind of squeeze it in with two of those. And then try to put this last one in here. Let's see if we can still slide through. Nope. That last one is in the way. Nope. This side's good, but that side not good. Always something. Maybe this one's where it started to get too far. You gotta watch out you don't start dropping resources as well. We know it works. We know it works because we did it on the other side. And so we want to do the same thing over here. There we go. All right, very nice. And then the same thing over here. We got the same problem of somewhere there's a big gap that's causing it where we can't get that in there. So let's try to put this one in first. fertilizer. And let's go from this edge. Really try to I'm overlapping the bases of them. So we can squeeze every ounce of space out of here. Totally worth your time to fix it. So you're maximizing the space, but still being able to move between. Oh, need some water. Funny irony, because I have some on me. There we go. Just use what I got on me. Take this one out. I think we got it now. Okay, so then we need more fertilizer for the rest of those. And we also need to put in one of these seeds here. Get them going. Okie dokie. Looking good so far. Alright, let's go to the end here and see what we got here. Let's work our way back up. Those are all resources. These are mushrooms. More eggplant seeds. Definitely feel like we're going to need more fertilizer. We do not have enough, apparently, in all of this to finish this. And we're going to need a whole lot more, too. I don't think I put fertilizer anywhere else. But we can just take a look around. See what we get. Oh, there's a little bit there. And some water. That over here, that's actually empty. Super alloy, super alloy, super alloy. Okay, well, let's go across here. And just looking for fertilizer. Fertilizer allows me to put down more of those growers. Nope. Sort that out. Ah, there's where the rest of those bean seeds are. Okay, awesome. Glad we found those. No. And tons of water in there, though. Tons of water in that one. So only one more fertilizer. So what we want to do is go down here. And just change our mind on these. Take these back out. And I'm going to interrupt it. It's going to slow it down growth-wise, but it doesn't matter. I got like a bazillion tons of these. I just want to make sure that they're all together. That makes it easier for when I'm going down the line, collecting them all later. Just make it overall way, way easier. What up, little puppy? You're the puppy moving around down there. This is how you make fertilizer, by the way, is using the eggplants. And so we always want to keep that running. Big time. I feel like the game's starting to lag again, so I'm going to go ahead and go down to say hi. Apply that. Save. Resume. There we go. A little less. Feels heavy when I'm moving the mouse, so I want to take that out. Sure, she's not doing that. Where's that one that was empty? This one. Take that one out. Okay. Now, we got that going. Looking pretty sharp. Again, we're going to need tons more fertilizer to put all this stuff inside here. But again, our goal is to use every bit of resources that we can. Now, this is kind of in the way to access over here. We need to get into this room so we can deconstruct this. There we go. So maybe this could be more in the center. Keep those other two areas clear. Something like that. Very nice. Now we also need to put in a bunch of resources that we're going to be probably using on the interior here. So let's go ahead and start right there. Hey, thanks for the follow. A bunch of follows, as a matter of fact. Cats, we got Cornstar, Medved coming in. Sorry if I get focused, everybody. Happens to me all the time. I get in the zone. You're welcome to go ahead and highlight your message in the chat or use my name, Kismet. It does help a lot. Hey, Paul. Just built out over the water. Yes, I actually did. I had it built out over the water. But I did build it way out. Actually, you can see way over there. And I had it where I could just jump down in the water and grab it. But I feel like it's better to have it like it's in your backyard and you just jump down and then grab it, as opposed to being way out in the water, which means I have to run my resources back further. I feel like this is like the sweet spot for where you want to store your resources. You want to go over there, grab it, bring it back, go over that way, grab stuff, go over there really far that way and grab some stuff. Run up that way and grab some stuff. It's kind of like the central area of where all of your major extractions typically go on toward the later part of the game. I especially like how it's outside as opposed to all of the resources being inside. Now, some of the resources that we will want to be inside is stuff that we're constantly grabbing. Now, one of the problems when I do this, see, I'm kind of stuck. I can't just run by it. This is what's so nice about this backside here is that you can run by it. Another thing I can also do is just push this back a little bit. So I have my resources kind of beyond that kind of blocking area. And then when I need them, I can just go ahead and grab them in order. So the first thing we're going to do is put water in here. Put that one down. And then we're going to go out here and see if there's any of this that we can just go ahead and start grabbing some more boxes. And again, I have a set way that I typically do all of my boxes and the way I style them. Algae, something like that. Right there. Now, I remember I saw some out here. Right here. G-A-E. There we go. Learn to spell, Kismet. Learn to spell, brah. I have my days, everybody. I have my days where I'm lucky to even make sentences at this point because of all my medical conditions. I have some really rough ones. All right, algae. Now we need more iron that we can use. Now, as we start to migrate some of this stuff, we can also see if I'm trying to find. We'll go with water. There we go. Oh, water and algae here. Boom. All right. Again, start to put these things where they go. Give them a home. Put all that in there. Now, when it comes to algae here, it's faster for me to put it all in and then just get that little bit of stuff out. That helps a lot. And then again, we'll find that water that we had. Again, start to consolidate. That's oxygen. Water here. And so on. This is all easy, and then we can actually take that box out. As we're clearing them, we're going to take the boxes out and keep some of them on the interior for me to use when I'm making stuff. Now, one of the things that I've learned also is to use some boxes sideways. So the next few boxes here, I'm just going to put this one next to algae, and I'm going to tuck this under here. And maybe a little bit of space there, a little bit more space, just to kind of tuck it back a little bit and turn it sideways. Because it's actually going to be more efficient if I have it like that. And then this one I'm going to call Super Alloy. Right? Now, the reason why that's more efficient is because I'm going to make a bunch of boxes in a row that basically I can put all that Super Alloy into. I think I'm going to have more water than I can fit. Nope, just makes it. And then algae here. And see, while you're terraforming the planet, all sorts of crazy stuff happens, like meteors and whatnot come down after you. So keep that in mind. More algae here. Water bottles there. And we look in here. Some of these we could probably start to merge down once we get to a certain point. Oh yeah, that stuff we can merge down. Okay, I don't see any other water and algae there. So water here. And again, the reason why we offset it is because it's going to block our way through. And then here with the algae. There we go. Very nice. I'll probably just use one of these waters as well. Now I think I got a box back here where I can just throw this other random stuff for now. And now we're looking pretty good. So again, algae, super alloy. And we need to clear some of these. Again, this is super alloy here. Let's grab that out. Then we can grab that one. Go to the super alloy, drop all that in there, take the iron out. Now, I have a lot of super alloy out there. I mean, a tremendous amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line all this super alloy up one after another if it wants to go straight. I don't know why. It always has to be slightly awkward. When you have a small, minute rotation like this, I feel like that should be when you're holding down shift, it should do a more precise. And when you're not holding down shift, it should go in 90-degree increments, right? So you got it forward, sideways, sideways, backside, and then the other side, right? That's how most games do that type of rotation. It does help a lot when they have it like that because it's just easier to manage. Let's go ahead and get some beans there and make our way back over here. And now we're able to just pull the super alloy from here and start to really, because we got boxes and boxes and boxes of super alloy. We got a lot of that. And that's good because we need a lot. And you'll see me burn all of this up. Absolutely. I'll burn every last bit of it up and then we'll go get more. Now I'm going to grab this one. Or actually, hold on. We'll keep this one here at the end. And what we'll do is we'll grab this, we'll pull this out, put all this into there, and then grab the super alloy there, and then take this one out. Oh, take it. Come on, fingers. Take it out. There we go. And then next one, super alloy. And we'll just leave all that in there. This one we just take out. Recombine this over here. Take this one completely out, and there we go. Now we got 2 more boxes for super alloy. And we're just going to kind of, mostly just temporary put it here, but because you're not necessarily going to have this much super alloy all the time. But I'm going to be using it a lot, so it's a good idea to just, bring it in here and put it all where I can access it inside the base to do crafting. And again, more super there. Wow, that whole box is super alloy. Pretty much. That first one done, second, third one, and fourth one in there. And this is how typically I'll do sorting. I'll grab items from one box, I'll put them in another box, and just try to consolidate them down. So then I can take this box out, right? It just makes it, keeps me in order of what else still needs to be done. And let's move this stuff. Put another box here. And we'll put all of that, except for this, into there. Same thing here. Actually, we'll just put all that in there for right now. We just kind of consolidate a lot of these boxes down. These are good. Actually, I want this out of there and this back in there. There we go. Like-minded stuff together. Stuff that doesn't need to be in there can be taken out. Something like that. This whole thing could probably come out of there and be removed for now. This can all go back in there. And take all of this out. All right, we're getting somewhere. Basically organizing all of this massive tons of loot I have. I think I was in the last one here. I'll make another one. Enough for a couple. And I always sort the thing with the most resources, right? So if I have something that is like the most of everything, right? In this case, it's super alloy. Then I'll usually start with that one because it's just more convenient to do so. Sort this, put that in there, and just take this part back out. There we go. This one out. All of this out. Again, we'll come back to that stuff later. And I feel like this is one of the most powerful things you can do in any game, is to organize your loot. Get your loot in such a way that it's easy to work with. I'm going to kind of skip this gap here so I can write something else on there, whatever I want to write later on. And again, we'll just keep putting these in line. Just going to assume they're super alloy for now. And this one and this one can go together. Again, I'll sort all this stuff later, but again, consolidation when you're sorting. Just try to get like resources that are like each other together. And then this goes way faster. If otherwise, if you're doing it, you know, willy-nilly, one at a time, running back and forth, it takes forever. Let's just put all that in there. Take this out. And more boxes. Let's say one there. Okay, now on the other side here, we're also going to put some other resources that we're going to want. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of line it up like this, so we can put boxes on both sides. And again, this will just be our storage. Now this one here, I'm going to do sulfur. Sulfur. There we go. Brain, thank you very much for not helping out. Get that going. And then down here, same thing. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Pull that out, put that back in. Told you got a lot of super alloy, right? I got more of it being extracted too. I got a whole bunch of it. And again, we'll go ahead and put this one in here. Like that. Organization is fun. Where were we? Way down here. Alright, we'll take all that out. Put that in, I guess. I don't know. Put this in. Oops, no. I don't know if that was more efficient or not, but we got it done. That's what's important. Sometimes it's more efficient just to click it than to take it all out or put it all in. Okay. My jetpack to help me out a little bit there. All right. Hey, well, you guessed it. More super alloy. We can put this over here. That box out. And more. All right. Where were we at? Right here. And another box over here, which we'll come back. We'll label all of these. One's over here also. Way over here. Weird how that continuously keeps working out in a perfect way. Wild. Definitely going to need more super ally storage back here in the corner. And again, we're just storing it temporarily in the interior, where we're going to go ahead and be working most of these resources. Wow. Wowzers. A lot. Did you get to fishes yet? I am not only at fishes, I'm 3% into fishes. Which is the furthest I've ever been. My previous playthrough, I think we get 0.05. And then we said, you know what, we're going to start over again. We're doing a mega playthrough. Yeah, right now you can see that my oxygen is... What is that? That is... brain, 132 million. 132 million oxygen being pumped out right now, which is awesome. Now, again, when I'm doing a mega playthrough, I'm not necessarily playing the game as the game. You know what I mean? I'm not right now trying to terraform it or get it going really fast and far. What I'm trying to do is establish myself the ability to scale up at any given point. Now, I built out a big, gigantic base way up high where you can see all of these. You can see this is basically a giant meteor shield that I'm making. And I'm trying to kind of innovate on how I'm doing my base, right? How I have my base, where I have my base located, all of those kind of fun things. And kind of getting a general idea of where to put all this stuff temporarily while I'm also basically reorganizing my base. I'm just going to grab that other one there so we can just put those in line like so. Now this thing is annoying and it's right in the way, so I'm definitely going to move that thing out of there and maybe stick it over here where it's kind of more out of the way. There we go. And again, keep going on consolidating all of this stuff. That's easy. That one's not too bad. This one into here. And again, you can see I have lots of various other resources that I was using for a ton of stuff. And again, I'm not building small stuff over here, but I'm building a lot of big stuff. A lot. And as you can see, I got crazy tons of super alloy that I'm trying to get managed over here because I'm going to use up all of this super alloy. Now, you got to think each of these super alloys is also a combination of all of the other resources as well. So this is a tremendous amount of super alloy. An absolute tremendous amount. And I would actually not use any of it until actually wouldn't go collect more of it until I've used this up. And then over time, it's going to basically clear out that part of my base as I use it up. And more of this, and this could get put into there. And then we can take this out. Oh, there's that nice rain. Love the rain in this game too. Very good. Making some big strides now. There we go. Again, get this super alloy just kind of tucked back here in the corner. Big time. But yeah, I'm getting way into fishes. Now, also, I've been letting the game run.
Type exclamation join and then make your choice between a warrior, priest, or mage in the chat. You only got so many seconds. Go!
Go for it. So again, yeah, trying to do it. Now, by the way, this is the second time I've gotten to fishes. I really enjoy the game. Super fun. We're also going to play some Darwinia later on. But right now, since I've torn down my entire other base, I brought all the resources and just threw them down right here. What I'm doing is, of course, resorting them into a much smaller base, an absolute tiny base compared to the base that I had. I literally covered the whole area in the large buildings to create basically a meteor shield out of these type of buildings. Where all of these are now, that actually went on, as you can see, way off into the horizon. but I tore them all back down again. And that's how come I have all this super alloy left over. As I tore them down and realized that that was a bit excessive, what I really need to do is just use the foundations. Just use the foundations to cover it up, and then I will create basically a bit of a shield there on the way down. And I'm just going to put this in the sulfur box for right now. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so again, we're just trying to consolidate stuff. More super alloy. Oh, there's some fertilizer there too. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. Yeah, put it there from that other stuff we had left over. What do we got hiding in here? More super alloy. These are all plants here, which we're going to definitely utilize later on. More super alloy. Chips is useless. Chips and fabric and ice, I find at this stage fairly useless. All right, there we go. Super alloy. You got to think, everybody. The super alloy starts right here, right? That's full. These. So yeah, lots of super alloy. We'll get to all of that later. Oh. We just want to get all of this consolidated. Let's put all this into this one. Let's take all of this one and put it into this one. There we go. And again, this is how I love to sort it. I love to sort this way because I find it's one of the most efficient ways to do so. Very, very easy to see that, okay, now I'm down to 1 box. Now I'm down to 5 boxes. I'm down to 2 boxes. And so on that need to be sorted. And again, you'll see me continuously kind of add out here and not in there. That's because the rest of my resources that I'm not currently using for the biolab over here is going to be over here. The stuff specifically for the biolab that I do a lot. And the only thing I really need now is fertilizer level 1, because I've done all the fertilizer level 2s that I can do. I've got, God, I forget how many of them do I have now. I forget. I'd have to look at my my energy levels. Need some silicon and magnesium. But really the only thing I need to do is this lower level fertilizer, maybe some bacteria samples, some nuggets here. Don't need to make these anymore because I'm not using the fusion. And then maybe some mutagen. So anything that goes along with making those things, I can put those on the interior along with, sulfur and all of that. So those are the only really things that I need to have in there. So when I go to make something, I can grab them in sequence and be pretty good. And so definitely want to put more boxes down. And eventually I'll get rid of this, use up this super alloy for when we go and launch some rockets over and over again. And end up with some additional space as well. All right, there we go. So now we got our sulfur. So let's go ahead and backtrack here. And let's start pulling our sulfur. Let's sort it. Pull our sulfur out of there. And see how much extra sulfur we got laying around. Really nice and consolidated now. These are all our plants, which we'll work on. I don't really think I have that much more sulfur. I used a good portion of it up. And while we're at it, we'll grab this uranium as well. Oh, look at this. We can grab this whole box. And then take that box back out. There we go. Need some water. I can just go down here. That. Fly back up there. We need, what, food? Now we'll get that in a second. Put all that into there. This out of here. And then this one here. Uri. So that's what I like to call it anyway, for uranium. Super alloy way at the end here. And then on the other side here, on the back side of it, we're going to do the same thing. There we go. I kind of feel like this thing's in the way. Again, let's move that and maybe kind of put it more over there. So let's see if it's less in the way there. Kind of running back and forth here, so I don't really want anything in my way. There as well. All right, back over here for some food. And out the door. All right, what do we got in here? We got a whole bunch of stuff here. Osmium, I think we could do that. That's fairly easy. Start clearing all the osmium. Easy, easy. Osmium I don't use that much, but we'll put it in here anyway. Oz. And put that in there. Okay, there we go. Now what else we got? Maybe a little bit more Oz. Maybe other stuff. There's some Oz there. You notice I'm not grabbing any of the low-level resources. More water, more myth stuff. Yeah, probably good to do all the or meth stuff here and try to consolidate those. Methane cartridges. That's for crafting. Let's grab all those out of there. That should be easy to consolidate now. Open, there's some Oz there. Nope. Keep in mind that I also have tons and tons of extractors also extracting it elsewhere. That I could just basically grab all this stuff. Could grab even more of it, so I don't really need a ton of it right now until I don't need it till I need it, if you know what I mean. And this is going to be methane. Like that. And let's see. Sulfur, uri, osmium, methane. What is the other stuff that I need in here? For fertilizer. And for this, sulfur. Oh, iridium is the other thing. Yeah, iridium. Iridium, and then, you know, our eggplants and all of that. So we'll say iridium here. And then we'll just call this Oz2 for now. And now we want to grab all of our iridium. So that is going to definitely be a ton. We'll grab all of that. Boom. All that stuff back in there. Need more iridium hiding here. And I got a bunch more over on the other side there that we'll get to. Oh, more methane here. I forgot to even look at all of these. Methane, I've got more super out. Oh, there's that sulfur. Apparently, I do have a bunch of sulfur. Much more resources in there, too. All right, no problems. We got it. It's always good to have an overabundance as opposed to an underabundance or not enough of a resource for sure. Always a good thing to have a lot extra. Okay, let's get this sorted out. Get that out of there, this out of there. And put this away where it goes. Boy, so much water. I'm going to play a little game of putting it in, taking it out. Okie dokie. Now I know right where to put this water. Right over here in this box. Alright, so I can use that for food and water when I'm on that side of the base. Sulfur is full. Iridium rods here. And then since this one's kind of an overflow, we're going to put the sulfur in there for right now. What do we got here? Again, same kind of thing. Osmium and uranium. If you notice, I'm just doing the larger, the higher end items and not the lower ones. You'll see why here in a bit. We don't necessarily need all of those right now. And you'll see me kind of, oh my god, that's a full box of, 2 full boxes of super alloy there. Okay. And let's put in the rest of these boxes, or at least as many as we've got resources for. And I can put in like just temporary overflows for now, and then come back later and put in the higher end, or put in, or take them out. There we go. Take out the resources as I use them up. And this is Oz2, or basically, I'm just going to call this overflow. There we go, even better. This way I can put my methane in there because I got an overflow of that. And where are we at here? Okay, this is here, so that means we got about 2 boxes free there. Let's grab this. The jetpack to kind of speed us along a little bit. In there and in there. Got that one. That one's not quite full, so that's going to help us. And there we go. Okay. More super alloy taken care of, and 2 more boxes that we can go ahead and eliminate from the list of boxes that we have going. What do we got over here? I think I can probably grab this stuff and just consolidate it over here. Get our iron out of there. And take this out. Put in some more storages. Like a soul, very nice. And we'll put some more. Let's put it on this side first. I'm kind of looking at where the center is as well. So when I put one on this side, I can also put one on the other side, and they stick out about the same. And these are definitely going to be overflow boxes. So now I'm just going to abbreviate it OF2 for overflow 2. I try not to grab too much resources because, again, the resources can become a huge burden as well. And so now we're just looking at how much of this is just this other stuff. Algae, I think we can grab. Again, we'll leave all the plants for now. Sort all this out. Take this out. Good to sort it, just easier to see visually. You sort it out. Oh, this is finished materials here. And let's check over here. Base resources. These are special items. This is a whole bunch of water. And I think that's it. I think we pretty much got most of that sorted out. And then again, we'll go to the overflow here and just put in, say, a ton of this water. And then overflow 2. Osmium, same thing. All right. Now, probably what we want to do also right here is maybe take out one of these and put a thing right here, which is basically the crafting box. The reason why I have a crafting box is so when you have stuff that you've already crafted, like bacteria samples or this stuff, these are tree bark. They're going to go in their own box, which I can just actually put right here. Tree bark. Again, if it's something you've already crafted, like microchip compass, which is going to be probably for one of our monitors that we've undid there. Algae's full, so that's overflow. Over here, funny thing is I can just drink that overflow. Okay, now we got a nice thoroughfare in our base. Base is shaping up. Now we want to get out here and definitely make all this better by just going like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these things, and I'm just going to literally put them across here. I don't know how far I can make those stick out. Apparently pretty far. And then put all this stuff into there. Now, why do I want to put it right here? Well, that just allows me to come out of my base and grab it pretty easily. Also, what I could do is just put it right outside over here. Kind of debating which side I really want to do that on. Maybe this side would be better because it's kind of closer to where I would be crafting, closer where I'd be doing that advanced thing. I wonder if I can do this advanced thing outside. That would be awesome if I could. I'll put this advanced thing out on this. I think I tried this before. I don't think it let me. That would be awesome. No, can't do that outside. Worth a shot. I might pull the water. Yeah, eventually when I use up all this super alloy, I'll move the water to the other side and I'll put that crafting thing right there. But for right now, let's make sure we put it back down so we'll have it for later. Yeah, maybe I want to put these out here. Yeah, actually I want to probably put these in here. These foundations in first, just so I can walk along here without falling. Like that. Okay. All I really need to do is probably start about where it's already at there and consolidate these. So let's go ahead and take this out. But actually, this would be better on this side, now that I think about it. It's actually better on this side because it's closer to my extractors. Let's go with that. And again, we're just going to pull all this stuff and move it over here. Now, normally what I would do is I would go in and I would, you know, put the iron in an iron box and the this, that, and the other thing in its own box. But I'm not going to do that anymore because of the actual sheer amount of resources that I'm constantly using. I'm just going to put all of this stuff in here, and if I need it, I can just look in those particular boxes for the stuff I actually need in the moment. Now, I might do a little bit of micro managing as I'm using up resources, but probably not that much. That's a little too far forward. And I'm having it hang over the edge a little bit because I have that kind of empty space there that I could always run under or run around and fly around as well. And I'm really starting to like doing my resources like this. Again, look how easy it is to just consolidate all that stuff from here and consolidate it down to there. Again, keeping all this stuff in there. Again, as you go too, I would definitely sort this stuff just by clicking that. Getting that together. What do we got here? Again, same thing here. This one actually can come out. Same thing here. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Take all those out. Line them all up. Even going to include aluminum as part of that as well. Use one of those oxygen things. Take that out. Put those in there. Keep the iron separate too. And let's see, where we leave off about here. Okie dokie. We got that going on. Again, this is all plants here. And a little bit of iron there, and just some oxygen. Okay, now also what's going on over here is I'm extracting a ton of resources. And you can see I've also got a bunch of other random resources here that I want to go ahead and, again, continue to micromanage. Like that. And let's see how we're doing way over here on the super alloy. Yeah, definitely see if we can sneak another one in there. Try this way. Oh, left out on that one. All right. Sort it. Drop it. Okay, and this is overflow here. Put that in there. All my stuff's growing out real nice there. And again, I was going to put this at the end, but I think actually what I'm going to do is put this over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump that edge and just put this as far as we can that way. Something like that. Go like this, and I'm just going to leave the oxygen in there. And the same thing with this one. Use that and sort that out. That's just going to make it easier for me to get to these. And again, we'll do this. Try that again. Again, I'm just micro-organizing or organizing all of my resources at this point. That out. So I can walk out of my base, check any of these that I'm looking for resources that I need in the moment. And that should be good. Then we take all this out, actually move this down. Try to keep it all condensed in the minimum amount of boxes. Oh, drop some loot there. Put that back. Oh, look at all that iron. Holy mackerel. Some good stuff right there. All right, iron. Iron means boxes. Iron means bases. Iron is good. Definitely want that. Obey coming in. I appreciate that follow, love. Now, again, my name's Kismet, everybody. If you're new to my stream, feel free to come in and get it going on. I'm going to catch up a bit here in the chat. I'm new. How do I do it? How do you do what? Hello, Kismet. Sorry, but how can I, in Satisfactory, build several platforms? You hold down R. You hold down R, and it pops up, and you'll see it's a zooping. Now, there's also another way. You don't even have to hold it down. You just hit R, and it will rotate between the three things. But anytime you need to look up a menu, you hold down R, and it will give you all of your options as well. So there you go. There you go. Got you back. Sometimes I get focused, as you should know if you've been in my channel for more than 5 minutes. So there you go. Is that I found oil and I have to build a long base in place and saw him doing it once. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you found it. You found the R key. There you go. You found it. Good. Waiting for the update of this game to come out. I'm loving it. Yeah, me too. This is like a $20 game that I've literally played for a couple hundred hours. And it only came out at the end of last month. Which absolutely, hands down a great game. Because, you know, in any game that you build, I think, and this is really my kind of dev suggestion, is you want to put the fun in first. Don't worry about the fancy graphics and all that other junk. Figure out why it's fun. If you don't figure out why it's fun first and you just make a game to make a game, then you're in trouble. Because you're going to make a lot of these other games that come out and they just are terrible. They're just the worst. For sure. And let's extend this out a bit more this way. Like like this. And again, we're going to run this all the way along here, along our extractors here. And we're going to cross connect all of these like this. And these are all laid out in that fashion. Oh, actually, we want to cross connect over here. I missed that one. So that means we want to take this one and that one out. There we go. And then we'll just jump over to here. Very nice. And we'll push it out as far as we can. And let's say something like that. I really need this iron for doing the frame things up here, but I also need a good place to store all of these resources. And then also, oh boy, also a way of micromanaging all of this stuff, right? This is just an insane amount of stuff. Now, we got some good stuff in here, and we know right where to put this, right? Because we made a crafting box, so we can put all of our kind of various kind of second-level items that go in there. Then we also know that we have an overflow for anything that we've maxed out, like sulfur and all of that. The silicon can come out of there. Oxygen tanks, those are good to have. Those kind of spread around where you can kind of put them in here. And if you need some water, bam. You need some food, bam. You got it in the bam bam. Just like that. The same thing here. We could take these out of there. Etc. here. Just give us a little bit more consolidation there and put as many of those. That's as many as I can get into there. And put some of that back in there. Out of here. Into there. Back into there again. All right. And again, you can see that we're just trying to get our stuff. There we go. Very nice. Nice and organized out. And we have so much resources that it's sometimes a bit crazy to manage it all. And a lot of this stuff, as you can see, was just temporarily put down there. Let's put this here. Grab these resources and run them again in our kind of chain of resources here. A lot of good iron in there. I'll go back and grab all that iron later on. But again, grab this stuff. Having your stuff consolidated is vitally important. Vitally important to take the time to sort out most of this loot. Now, again, when you get to the stage that I'm in, where I'm just doing, you know, really a tremendous amount of extraction, you probably want to go a little easier on the amount of stuff that you collect. Right, like I definitely don't need any more super alloy. I don't need to run over there and get more super alloy. I'm on overflow on sulfur and osmium and algae and water. So all of those things I don't need to worry about. In fact, I'm even going to put my oxygen in there. Don't need to worry about those things right now. Just need to keep clearing out these temporary storages that I made for all of this loot. And again, it just never seems to end. Never seems to end on this loot, right? Just insane, right? Again, I had a ginormous base with all of this loot in it. And so now I'm just kind of or reestablishing where all this stuff goes. Putting it all back in its certain boxes. Like this. And then more overflow. And again, I'm trying to build the smallest base necessary for the biggest return. All right, the biggest return on all of this. Again, I don't need to keep these inside my base anymore. I feel like the bases are a bit too cramped in. If you could be out in the open here and work out in the open, not be too worried about getting hit. Holy moly. Too worried about getting hit by meteors. Again, that's why I'm building the giant meteor shield over the top. Oh yeah, I'm just over here. I got lots of boxes left. Lots of room for all of that over there. Take that one out. This one. And that one. Alright, wow, that was a good run. Another thing I do all the time in this game is I accidentally take stuff out that I didn't mean to take out. I'll go in and I'll be in deconstruct mode, and then I'll deconstruct something I didn't really want to deconstruct. Alright, something like that. Looking good. Now we are crushing it. Uh-oh. Speaking of meteor shields, here comes some meteors right now. They're going to be coming toward me. Now that I took all that stuff out, I could probably move this up one, too. Let's move this one up one. There we go. Now that I took all that out, well, guess what? Every one of these extractors, and I have 20 of them, is also filled with loot. So I can go through, grab a bunch of this loot, and start to restock all of my base resources into these boxes until I need those particular resources. And I'll have a bunch of different types of resources. Oh, wow. It hit right there where I was standing. Try to get in my way. All right, we got those two. This one. And this one. Again, I threw away a bunch of my resources so I didn't have to micromanage them. For sure. Into here. Now, one of the things I do want to do before I get too far here, and certainly the game's not helping me out right now, is basically look for any iron that I have in here. Here's some. And just grab all the iron, because I'm going to be using the iron here in a bit. So iron, what we'll do is we'll actually keep the iron box. We'll put it kind of off to the side here. Make it kind of stick out there so it's real obvious that it's different from all the other boxes. And again, before we get too far into this, let's get the iron. Yeah. Where's those oxygen tanks? Do that instead. Saves me time. And this is a giant undertaking to micromanage so much resources at the same time. In there, and anything in there. No. Don't worry, these rocks eventually go away. And then you're good. Oh, actually, I got a bunch. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and fly over here and go up here. Now, again, you can see I'm using the launch pad as kind of the central starter point of my particular resources. And you can see that I've kind of built a kind of a walkway over here. And its goal, of course, is to block the rockets from hitting like they just did. Right? So we want to fill all this in eventually. But we're just going to build it in a little bit at a time. I'm going to watch out what time it is, too, because time goes by fast, everybody, especially when you're playing these type of games. But again, my goal is just to have it hit up above. And then when it hits up above, it's on a flat surface. When the rocks go away, it's really easy to see the resources and grab the resources. And I found, instead of building the big, 4 things, it's much easier to do this, though it is more time intensive, but less resource intensive. So, actually, that's way further than I need to do for right now. Oh, I was building out that other side, too. So let's go. Also, you can use your jetpack up here, which is much nicer. Helps you go a bit faster. Let's build this out. And that whole side over there, I've already built a gigantic meteor shield over there. We did that last time. We're kind of like on day 2 of our giant meteor shield here. I think that's probably pretty good. Then we'll cut across. And then it's kind of like doing a puzzle, right? You do the outside edge first, and then you fill in the interior, which is fairly easier. I'm going to speed up. I hope you guys don't mind. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Be happy to answer them. You guys are here in the moment, man. You're here in the moment when I'm doing the epic mega level building here. We don't screw around. We don't mess around in this stream. All right, that's done. That's GG. All right, then back down we go. And grab the rest of this out of there. Let's work a bit on our other stuff here. Where'd those oxygens go? Right there. Then we'll pop in here. Do some food, do some water, because I'm just too lazy to run to the water. Let's see. We did this side over here, right? Yes, okay. Now, another great trick... Oh, I should do this first. I can just go along here and just grab all the iron first, right? Just grab all the iron along the edge. Sort it. Grab iron. This is the whole reason I'm actually using these extractors right now. I don't really need the other resources. As you can see, I have an overabundance of some resources. But eventually I will start to sort it by type. Because I will need a lot of each resource, especially when I start launching off rockets and things of that nature. We're certainly going to need all of that, especially silicon and cobalt. I do want to start backlogging that again. So we go all the way to the end, and then we have more on the other side. Now, if I just leave it like this, it's just going to end up with just those standard materials. Now, another problem with what I'm doing is I'm using iron up on the shields up above, or the foundations. But I also need them for the boxes. So iron is like my most precious resource right now, even though you might think it's like uranium or iridium or osmium or whatever. Really, iron is the thing I need the most. Actually, maybe put this back here is a better spot. Just to kind of put it separate from everything else. Allows me to just kind of put it down in a convenient spot. All right. And where were we? Over here somewhere. Eventually, once I have the shield done, all I can just keep adding more and more boxes with all this iron to hold more and more of these resources until I have, you know, just a massive backlog. There we go. Okay, so that pretty much fills up a good amount of that. And then again, we're going to go over here. We're going to pull out anything that's not iron. Oh, not iron now, so we're going to do the opposite. Pull this out, put the iron back in. Over here. And over here. So now all four of those are clear. And then we'll see if there's any gaps in any of these. There's some right there. Always with this oxygen stuff. Save me some time to just click on the oxygen thing. And then there. There. Again, see, it's real time consuming to micromanage all that stuff. It's good to have a nice backlog of it. Okay, so I'm looking for it. I should get an achievement for the person who's thrown away the most resources in this game. I've thrown a lot of it away because it's just with 20 of these, it's really overwhelming. And this is just the iron extractors. This is not counting all the other extractors that I have running right now as well. That's all iron there. Again, this is all just the other stuff. Other than the stuff that I need right in the moment. There we go. Where did we leave off? We got that one. We got this one. Check this other side. Oh, gotta get that one. That. Okay. And see, this is the whole purpose of these, is to be right where the extractors are. And then as I need them, I can take them out of there. Like this. Just keep stacking. Randomly. In these boxes. Sandstorms. Alright, that might be a good idea to snag a little bit more iron. Just kind of fill out what we were working on here. Crooked. Why must they be crooked? Why must I have to rotate every one? Oh, that one's too far forward, too. Again, I feel like it should remember your orientation as well. Not only should it default facing the player, but once you do rotate it and you want to do another one, you should be able to hold down Alt or something like that. So you can just put a whole bunch of them in a sequence like I'm doing now. Uh-oh. Okay, that's just the blue one. For a second there, I thought that was going to be the Super Alloy. Super Alloy is just, like, insane. Oh, oxygen critical. Blocking me. Again, the whole part of this part here is just to retain all of that extra resources. Just like you saw. But still give me the ability to access and go on both sides. And we'll put that. No, I don't put that stuff in there. This is like the good stuff, so we'll put that over down. And then where do we leave off? That's a good question. Did that one. This one. And you want to clear these out so they don't get full, and then they're not collecting any iron, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to collect as much iron as it possibly can. Where do we leave off? Right here. Okey-dokey. It's probably... So I lose track of where I left off before. It's actually quite frustrating. I'm already full, so... Doesn't matter. Let's say right here. You'd think this would be easy, but it's totally not. Totally time-consuming to do this. It would be way better if you could just choose an option to just scrap all that stuff at some point. Just have it auto-scrap, so it's just, you know, tell it to scrap everything but iron, automatically built into the actual extractors at this stage. Because at this stage, I'm just doing this for hours on end, pulling resources. But I also want to, again, have a backlog of resources that I may need down the road. But I also don't want to have to micro-organize them all. Pull. 2 seconds. Now, also, you'll see me start to just destroy stuff. I'll just start getting rid of resources. That's typically what I will do. Is just clear every single one of these resources and just start deleting them. But we're going to make a whole big backlog of these resources first, because say we might as well, because we have so much of it. And always with this oxygen level stuff. No worries, I got tons of these bottles. Actually, while I'm in there, use it up. More and more and more and more resources. Come over here somewhere. This side. Oh, a lot of silicon in there. Okay, so now we can just go down the line here and kind of backtrack a bit. Just grab everything that we can. Let's do the outside edge first. Lots of iron there. Let's run down here to our iron stuff. All that in there. I think we're way down here, as a matter of fact. Yep, right there, and that one's empty. All right. And on the way back, we'll grab all this stuff. See, while I'm sorting this stuff, it's just basically collecting more and more and more, which makes it really difficult for me to keep up with it. But, you know, I'm backlogging a lot of iron, so that's good, and a bunch of other resources as well. But again, this is incredibly time-consuming. It would be way better if there was an easier way to micromanage this. Like some of this stuff, you could make an extractor, and it would automatically overflow into other boxes, and so on and so forth. You know, kind of like a conveyor system, much like Satisfactory or like Fallout 4. Where you could actually put this stuff automatically into a storage. That would be awesome. And in there, actually, I probably should take some of that out. I'm going to probably end up needing another box here. And then over here. Again, this is all stored outside and not in my base. So I don't have to have all of this stuff basically taking up room in my primary base, which is what I had before. I had all this stuff basically monopolizing all the room in the base. I think we got most of this, yeah. All right, good enough. I think that's enough of that for at least a few minutes. And then all the way to the end here. Boom. All right, very nice. Now, again, we got our backlog again, right, of all the resources that we were using. And we have a decent backlog of all of this. Of all this iron that we can go and use up above. Now, temporarily, what I can do is I can also just use this thing as a kind of a little bit of a ramp. Get up there like that. And I can also build a way up there if I want to. Later on, maybe put a building in between there. I might be able to do it now. Yeah, I think I might do that right now. And that'll make it way easier. So, let's put it here. Let's say right here in this corner is where we want to go ahead and build a ladder. We're going to need some cobalt. No problem, right? We got a bunch out here. Except for we got too much iron now. Let's put this away. And let's grab some of this cobalt. And, oh, we're going to need to build our compartments. So we're going to need titanium. Okay, let's just fly up here. And let's say we're going to put a living compartment there. On top of that, fly up here a bit, get over here, and another one on top of that. All right, very nice. It's not very well aligned to my grid, though. let's go ahead and rethink that. Maybe over here. I want to go up above, maybe, or something like right here. All right, let's go use the stairwell over here. Think this through. Oh, I can just put it on the other side. Let's put it on the other side. That's what I'll do. Okay, where is our walkway? Let's say right here. Along there. Let's push it out a little bit away from our walkway there. Let's say here. All right. Now I can just go ahead and try to snap this up here. And I'll make it like that. That feels good. And then we'll go ahead and work its way back down. Oh, wait a minute. We could do like we did in the other one, where we work it up and then we just go up 2 stairs as opposed to going up a ton of different stairs. I think that's going to work way better. Let's get some silicon. And see how nice this is just to do it outside the base. Outside the base where you got all your resources. You don't have to run into your base every single time to actually get your resources going on. Actually pretty sweet, I think. Once I discovered that, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's why I tore my entire base down. That's why you see all these resources laying around. Because I tore all that down. Waiting for the updated game? Yeah, me too. Hello, what's up, Jay Woo? I'm going to guess your name is. I'm terrible at names. I butcher everybody's name. Consider it part of my charm. All right, now once you get these ladders going, it's actually better to come from up above. Because then you could go ahead and snap these on your way down. You'll see you get to kind of a certain point, and it just lets you snap it. Usually off of the thing. And if it doesn't, you can just go ahead and kind of manually work it a little bit here. Let's try something like that. That works. All right, more oxygen. Okay, so that should allow me to go here. And then we go ahead and put an indoor ladder, which is going to go ahead and aim that way. Yeah, this thing is not right. There's something blocking me. Nope. Ah, hate it when I do that kind of stuff. I hate it when I click the wrong thing. I'm trying to take out the ladder and it takes out the thing instead. Whatever. Alright, let's do this direction. Take that ladder out. And let's redo these ladders because this is definitely not properly aligned. There we go. And then when I come up, there we are. Okay, so yeah, it was a ladder problem. It wasn't quite aligned well. And that's why I always say do it from the top here. Then you want it to snap like that. There we go. And then here at the bottom, this one doesn't quite go all the way down. You have the thing in the way. In. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. All the way up. There we go. Into the thing. Now, what we want to do is we want to go to the ladder here, and we want to be able just to run in and click on the ladder, and it takes us up to the other one. Then we'll turn around, and then we'll have another ladder facing toward us this way. Then we can just go ahead and click on, and now we're up to the top. Just like that. Easy peasy. And then we can go ahead and get back to work here. I need more iron. Step back in there. Meanwhile, while I'm doing all of this, it's collecting all the iron as well. Okay, much easier. Again, The whole point is to create basically a shield over the whole entire area. I don't know, maybe in the long run I'll do the whole entire world. But definitely this area here and eventually the water over there. But mainly right now over the top of my current base. The bigger I make this, the easier it is for me to recover the resources that are coming from rockets. Now, instead of doing this, I could be just making rocket after rocket after rocket. But I'm a builder, everybody. I like to build. I like to try things out, see what happens. Again, this is quite the insane undertaking. Most people would not build a ginormous meteor shield like me. They would build out really humongous bases, typically. But me, I am building a cool meteor shield with the minimum size base, because this way I don't need to run from this side to that side. And that's how I had my base. I had one side over there, close to the resources, and then I would run back, and and I was running back and forth, where that just became very inefficient to do that. Might as well have it all in one spot. Rework all of those resources from one area, and then go from there. Wow, there we go. Pretty close on that one. Let's go down here and see if we got a little bit more. We do. Maybe pop in here and hit the water. And get this one in. All right. Now, see, when I'm standing around down there collecting resources, at least this side's going to be nice and covered. So now what we're going to do again, create ourselves a little cross beam here, just to kind of do the outside edges of where we want to do. Again, eventually the whole entire area I want to do, but I'm just going to do it little by little. I love to push games to their limits to see if I can make them get broken. I'm notorious for breaking games, everybody. Especially tutorials, too. Like, the first time I play a game, I totally go off tutorial. And I end up, like, messing it up. Especially early access games. But so far, this game's been really rock solid for an early access game. Very, very rock solid. And I'm really abusing it. If you haven't seen this other side, everybody, let me just show you a little bit of the abuse I'm doing of this game. Look at how ginormous I've already done over here on my meteor shield. So I've already shielded the bulk of that area there. And now I'm kind of working this way as well. And what I'll do is I'll launch up a bunch of rockets from my rocket thing here that I've left open. I could probably take this this part out now too. I've kind of left this open so I can launch rockets out of here. And just keep launching them. And then it's pretty much protected. Now, of course, if it hits right where the rockets come in, of course, it's going to go down below. But the goal is to basically sit kind of this way, like maybe even right about here. And then as the rockets come down, they're going to be aiming toward me. And I'll just be sitting here in a thing until all the rockets come down. And then all the resources will just be laying here for me to go ahead and grab. Without me having to go into the water or, you know, go into different areas. It'll literally just be laying up here on the top. Which is super, super useful. But again, it is quite the undertaking to do something of this absolute magnitude. This insane size of stuff. And you can see that that's pretty much, even though I have 20 extractors for iron, but that was pretty much it. I used up all of that just like that. And we'll go in here and see if there's any space. I think I'm way over here. Yeah. Not sulfur. That in there, which mysteriously, weirdly fits first try. Go in here. And overflow. Okie dokie. Now we got that done. Let's go back over here. See if we got any fertilizer. Yeah, a little bit of fertilizer there. Fertilizer, super alloy, and water. Water. Certainly not hurting for super alloy. Let's just put another one of these down. And then we'll get back to doing our seeds here. So let's go get some more of our seeds over here, which is totally separate from all of that now. I'll probably grab the rest of this water as well. Not the correct seeds. Nope. 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 Really? Did we already do them all? Wow, I think we did them all. And again, we'll grab all of this. I feel like I might want to build one over there. Yeah, let's take this one out. And instead of having to go in the base, I could also put one out here. That's, you know, water and oxygen and maybe even some food here. So I could be either in the base or outside the base. Or actually, food, water is how I usually put it. Food, water. Again, see, I've got a sandstorm coming up. But now I've got a bit of defense. See, it hit up there. I got a bit of defense. Now, of course, what I could also do is slide underneath that edge. So that's why edge needs to go out that way. But right now, I'm going to let all my extractors do their extraction thing. And try to micro-organize all of this now. So, while we're waiting for all of that, we'll grab some more iron out of here just to be used in the actual base. Enough for now. And then we're going to start working on all of this storage in here. Another thing we could probably do is... oh, there's stuff in there? Oh, actually, I was doing some stuff there. Move these DNA things kind of in a better position here. It's hard to see which direction they're facing. Let's do something like that. I didn't even start that one. I didn't even start it. Not what I wanted to do. I want to put this back in there. There we go. Yeah, I feel like all of these should just face you automatically. That one's done. And again, that's fabric ice. Okay, fabric ice. These are items I'm going to use for my trees later. Fabric ice is one of those things that I'm going to put way off over here because I'm not really going to use that stuff. So we're just going to slide that in right there. But at least we'll have it facing outwards, so if we do need it, we're looking for it, we know where it's at. Fabric and ice. Anything on us? Yeah, we can go ahead. Make another one over here for anything we need here in the back. What's this? Blueprints. Another good example of stuff that I really can't use right now, but you know, you never know. In an update in the future, I might be able to use this for something else. Basically the fabric is really just a cosmetic thing. The ice is from the very beginning of the game. I do like to have ice, especially in the very beginning. It does help a lot. Get that out of there, and then we'll take that out. Just so we can better fix that box over here. Like this. There we go. And then here's all our blueprints. We can just take all this out. Fix that box out as well. And then we'll run over here and put all our blueprints in. Now, if you are enjoying the stream, everybody, make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already done so. does help out the stream. Also lets you know when I go live. I do play a lot of games up in here, and you can see I'm going all in right now. Let's go ahead and put this as flowers. I think I usually call those. And we got a bit of other stuff here, so let's put this box back in, but nicer and aligned. There we go. I'm going to call this F2 for flowers 2. And I'm just going to put that in there temporarily. Grab all these out here. Put all of those in there. Take this out. Take this box out. Now, why am I putting all the flowers over here? Well, I'm putting all the flowers by the DNA converters because I'm going to be converting all of that stuff eventually. I'm just going to put that off over there. There we go. And then more flowers. Flower 2 into there. This one's actually already nice. That's empty. That's empty. Tree bark there. A whole bunch of stuff that's already converted there as well. So let's see if we got any more flowers. These actually are ready to be converted, which is cool. Let's go ahead and see. Take this one out. And we'll put this over here. We'll call this tree seeds. So when we're looking for tree seeds that are actually already done, they'll be right there. Now, I think I have one of these already going, so we're going to go ahead and do it. I did a bunch of these before just so I could convert all of these to tree seeds, because I'm just going to do a bunch of tree seeds items all over the world to use up every last possible resource that I could build, right? Every single thing that I can build in-game, every tree, every bit of everything, that is what a mega playthrough is all about. Is doing every possible thing that you can do. And again, I'm just laying the groundwork for the long-term version of that. I feel like I can go ahead and move food and water out of here now, and then this is going to be basically my prep box like this. So I put all my stuff that I'm going to use basically for these right here in the prep box. And I don't think we have any more flowers, so we can just take this out. Allow us to get over there nice and easy now. Take that out. These are all just temporary boxes anyway. And again, we'll line up some stuff over here. Who knows what we'll use this for, but we'll line it up for now. And at least have all the boxes. Have all the boxes kind of nicely aligned so they don't look like they're just laying around everywhere. Now we're going to take some of that stuff out. And let's go ahead and take this food water out here. Way too much oxygen stuff. Maybe go ahead and put another one here. Nope, not going to let me. All right, well, we'll just put it. Just put it right here in the center. And this one's going to be oxygen. So we'll just put all our oxygen ones over there. This is food water, so we'll take the oxygen out. Water bottles in. Okay. We know what to do with the rest of this stuff. We just put it here. The rest of our stuff overflow. Like that. Again, here we come with some more of those blue meteors. I'm going to be safe in my base. Let's see. We need more water. And then super alloy. Oh, right there. And then another food grower. Okay. Now we got that done. Now we want to go ahead and start working on our food as well. So we'll go eggplant. And then over here we'll go mushrooms. And then squash. Alright, looking good. And we'll put this one as iron. Just in case I do. What the heck? Going on my caps lock. Iron. Oh, man. Come on. Jeez, that's taking way too long. Put that in there. Okay. And so, squash. That's what we're doing. Let's go get any squashies out here. In fact, we probably just grab all of that. Grab as much of this as we can grab and start sorting this stuff where it goes. And this is way condensed versus how I had it before, which is actually very nice. And then actually we can put this as seeds back here for right now. That would be a good use of that box. Go with all these planters that we've got. And this one we can take out now. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Put all that iron and other stuff in there. Get this all out. Put it where it goes. Some of this in seeds. There we go. Eggplants. More eggplants that we can put in there. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Move squash down. Mushrooms. Egg 2. All right. And squash in there. Again, as you can see, I had a lot of resources, so just trying to consolidate down. Wow, more eggplant there. Definitely could use that to make some more boxes along this edge. Getting in the final stages of organization here of my resources. And again, we're just going to keep this going down the line. Perfect. And this, again, is seeds. To there. Mushrooms here. And another storage that we could throw in there. There we go. So wonderful when everything has a spot, everybody. It's like, because you know exactly where to put this thing and that thing and that thing. Again, one of the most disconcerting things for me is when I do what I'm doing right now, which is just throw it wherever while I'm moving my base. It is a difficult thing, for me anyway, to handle it. Put all that in there. Seeds 2. Oh. There we go. Much nicer. See, I don't have to have all of this in my base, which basically reduces the overhead of your base, like, you know, like 75% almost. So your base can be a lot smaller, but be just as effective, or even more effective in this case, because I have more room for all of this stuff, and all of this stuff is very close to where I'm going to be crafting over here. Which is nice. And we'll put all that in, but take these two out. And just put all these seeds over there. And eventually I'll put all these seeds up on over there to be done. One more box to go, and that is almost cleared. So close. So close. Egg 3. Ready. Oh yeah, here it is, super alloy. protected under here, mostly. I don't need it right now, but what I can do is just fly up here. And then because it's hitting the upper part here, so I can just pick up the super alloy that's hitting the upper part, wherever it hits. Now some of it is going to fall down below because again I got a bunch of openings here. Whoa, that one actually hit me. I have a bunch of opening here, but when I close this up, of course, and close up this other side, all of that super alloy would end up on the top. Now I got an absolute bazillion tons of super alloy, everybody. I'm just going to actually let that disappear. Not even worry about it. Let it just disappear. I love this working outside of the base, too. I love being outside the main base and being able to work all your resources and work all that stuff. I really, really like that. And again, I changed my whole style of my base when I discovered that you can actually just do that. Much easier. Much more easier. All right, put the mushrooms away. And let's go over here and check out these seeds. Let's sort them, get all the mushrooms for right now. Any more mushrooms in here? These are all the other kinds of stuff. And again, it's okay if you put them right next to each other and mix them together. Doesn't matter, you're going to collect them all in the end. And I've already done all my eggplant seeds. At least the ones that I've found so far. Put all that in there. And now what we need is, you guessed it, more fertilizer. We're going to get that going. Microchip compass. I can't remember what that's for. But we want to put all of our screens back. So silicon, magnesium, a little bit of everything we're going to need. So let's get some magnesium, silicon, titanium, I don't know, whatever, cobalt. A little bit of everything. Try to put our screens back up. And I'm going to put them over here on this side. So let's put our power back in. Right there, and then our blueprints on this side. This is a great spot to put all of your screens. Now I've tried it in the other room. I hate that one. I don't like those. What else do we need? We need transmissions and screen mapping. That's why I have that thing. Let's put screen mapping on this side, and then put back in my blueprints. Show me all the blueprints. Again, I don't even need to sort that stuff now, right? I just throw it in there and not have to sort it individually in each box, which is great. Great revolution or great revelation in the fact that I don't have to do that. All right, here we go. 52 tier 3 tree spreaders going right now. 52. A lot. A lot of them going right now. Currently, I'm consuming 22,000 power, and I'm producing 24,000 by doing 73 nuclear reactors. Again, this is a mega playthrough. We ain't just doing a little bit, right? We doing a lot. There we go. Hey, buddy, you gave me a tip about putting ore extractors in the one cave for uranium before. Would like to report it worked and greatly appreciate the help. I'm only at 2 GTI right now, but it's a start. There you go. How do you make more flowers, though? You don't. You don't. There are no more flowers. You can make flowers into tree seeds, but there are no more flowers. When you find all of the zeolite, there is no more, right? Because of the current stage of the game, still in early access, so eventually you will run out. Now, you may have missed some boxes. There could be some boxes around. There could be some hidden areas, places that you go down into, or ships you haven't found yet that are going to have it. But you can see that I've pretty much used up the bulk of all the flowers that I had. You can see I've only got these 2 boxes left. I actually had 4 boxes of flowers that I've pretty much used up. Unless I put them somewhere else where I don't know where they're at. That's That's highly probable. But really, once those are done, they're done. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to convert every single one of these over. And you can see I've actually got some more here done. Just kind of pre-doing a bunch of these right here. And then also I had a bunch already prepped here, so we'll grab those. One mutagen, one tree bark, and one of these lower level seeds. Now I have more out there too, because I'm also doing a bit of flower spreading instead of just tree spreading. But I feel like once you get to tree spreading, flower spreading is useless. So you want to convert all of those over to tree spreaders. Now I'm going to also use, since I'm out of the ability to do my tier 3 shredders or tier 3 tree spreaders, I'm going to do a bunch of tier 2s, which is just as good as using your flower spreaders, I find. So I'll go and I'll do all those tree spreaders as well, but it takes time to sequence them. So it's a good idea to build like 3 sequencers here. Build yourself a backlog of stuff that you can just keep running. Make sure that you hit start and then you have to start again. I don't know why you got to do it twice, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. That's the way they set up the game. So you hit research and then you hit start sequencing. I feel like it should just say start sequencing and you put it in and you hit start sequencing. That extra bit there doesn't really help you all that much. Now the other thing I would need to keep this going is some more mutagen in there and this, but I also need some more stuff. Now you can actually sort this by quality level. This is 400% here, 400%, and these are like 450. These are actually 300%. Let's take those out. Put those into here. There we go. And I'm starting with the lowest level ones. Just kind of working my way for no reason other than, you know, that's what I decided. But you can start with the highest level ones and work your way down from the highest level ones because, of course, they're going to give you a bigger boost. But I find the lower level ones are the best kind of return on your investment in the short term. And then, of course, eventually you'd want to go ahead and use your highest level ones and go put those in your tier 3 spreaders. And we'll get to all of that later on. More later. All right, we got all of these working. Now, I could collect this right now, but I don't really need to collect this because I'm not really using it up right now. So we're going to go ahead and make a bunch more fertilizer, make a bunch more of these. But for right now, I don't really need to collect all that. Now, I've got a bunch of other stuff I want to do. I've got one more mushroom seeds and then all of these squash seeds. Look at that. Look, that's a lot, everybody, because it's 35 in a box. So that's about 60 or 70 more of these that I want to do. So I can do all those seeds. And I might push out more this way, or I might just push out toward the water after I start using up all this super alloy. And then I can just go all the way across the water as far as I want to go and just keep running more and more and more seeds out there as far as I want to go. But let's go ahead and take the resources that we've got here. We got a couple bit of iron there. Just pop out here, put our iron in this one, and then find a nice little spot where we emptied this out. And do a little bit of this. Restacking. There we go. Okay. What else do we want to do here? I think we're done with just about all of that. Right? Yeah. I think we got all of that going nicely. And we got a much nicer... I really like this layout way better than the one it is. See how nice it is to move around. We've got all of our screens in one place. We're getting close. Look, we're getting up to that 3%. So close. And whatnot. Now you can see that my oxygen here is the one that's going the fastest. It's 132 million because I put out so many of those tier 3 trees. And so I've got to get my heat and pressure and biomass up there as well. And the best way to do that is actually through your rockets because you can be doubling it up and doubling up. But I also want to go ahead and keep lining them up under here. Under our little defense area as well. You can see I've got a bunch out there. I've got a bunch over here for the heat ones, but not anywhere close to as much as I'm... Can I not get on top of those? Apparently it doesn't want to let me get on top of those. There we go. Not as much as I'm doing for the oxygen, right? It's not anywhere even close. I would have to do 10 times the amount of this to do that. Now, we need to go over here and take this out because this is no longer going to be under here. I'm going to actually just reattach that again, going out toward the water here. Eventually just kind of going out that way, and we can use all this kind of headspace to utilize for collecting. But we're going to need some resources when we go up there, so we're just going to pop in here, grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the stuff we're going to need to get in there by making a entrance. Again, this was part of my base, but now not so much. Take that out. And then this one over here, you can just take that one out pretty easy. Take this one out if we have enough resources. Get up there. Gotcha. Yeah, got enough space. There we go. And then we'll come back over this way. And then let's just go ahead and see if we can put... maybe we want to put that closer. I don't think it's obstructing me. I can still get down here. I actually like that a little bit closer like that. Man, that's lagging though. Lagging big time. Oh my god, and I can even get in there. I even left a space there accidentally. Look at that, everybody. That was just luck. I could say that was pro. But that was just luck. Right there. Sweet. Tree bark. Oh, we got a seed lerma there as well, which we could use for launching rockets. Put that in there. And we need a little water or something. Oh, water's out here now. There we go. And you know, while we're out there, let's just do food as well. Okie dokie. Some more super alloy we could put back. Oh, wait, no, we want to put more of these down. We want to go ahead and make a bunch of these biodomes eventually. Now, this biodome here... oh, that's what that lerma's from. Really, you don't even need it anymore. I just put it down because I want to have, like, one of each thing. And if I use the lerma on a rocket, then I don't have it for this particular room. So, we're going to go ahead. And again, this one's not really all that useful. Let's go ahead and see if we can sneak it out. Maybe out this way. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let us do that. Oh, wait, we're going to put this up above. That's right. That's what we're going to do with it. Let's go up above, and we're going to use it as a kind of targeting for it to target us while the meteors are coming down. So say we're standing right about here. It's got plenty of room to, you know, bring those meteors down, maybe even right about here, all around us. And so we'll just kind of build it right there. And then we're going to need a door. And so we'll just run up here, and then we'll watch all the meteors come down. We'll be safe inside, but all the meteors will fall around us. And then we can just go ahead and pick up all the loot. And then just launch more rockets. And then launch more rockets, and then stand in the thing, and then launch more rockets. And you get the idea. Just rinse and repeat that over and over again. All right, so we got that in there. But we definitely do want to do another tree bark, because I usually find you want at least 2. So again, let's get in here, and let's go ahead and start doing some crafting. Okay. Algae, sulfur, and eggplants. Now, I went through... and I figured out the max combo of the most stuff you can have in your inventory, and how to make the most fertilizer. So what I'm going to need is, and do I have anything on me? I do. Okay, so we're going to need to put that down. We'll just put that in crafting for right now. So what we want to do is we want to have 15 algae. So we'll go to algae. We'll go ahead and bring in 3 rows, because it's 5 per row, so there's 15 there. And then, again, I have it written down on a thing. There we go. 5 sulfur. So a row of sulfur. And then 10 eggplants. We'll go to the other side. And we'll get our eggplants right there. So I just say 5 or did I say 10? I think I said 10. Yeah, 10. 10 eggplants. Yeah. So that's the best combo of building fertilizer, because what it's going to do is literally just use up every single resource that I just picked up, and we just make a bunch of it in a row, and that equals 5, just like that. Easy peasy, right? And again, we're trying to make another one of these. 2 bacteria samples, super alloy, and sulfur. So that's easy. So we can just get sulfur from over here. We have a couple bacteria samples left over. And of course, super alloy, we have like 10 boxes of that. And close enough. Okay, cool. Then we'll run to the end of this. And we'll just attach another one right there. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. And that's just going to collect us some more thing. I kind of feel like maybe we want to do one more, right? Let's just go all in on that. And make some more. Get this algae. Get some of this water. Walk around this way. Kind of felt like maybe I wanted to turn this thing by 1. You know what I mean? Where the actual crafting side is on this side, because I'm kind of going in and out of this door a lot. Might have been better there. And then you have the other stuff on the other side, which is where the crafters are. Yeah. Kind of feel like I might want to do that later, but for right now, we're going to go for it. All right, bacteria samples, 2 of those. And again, super alloy and sulfur. So yeah, we got plenty of all of this. Oh, one more. There we go. And now we're certainly not going to be hurting for tree bark. So, bam. All right, nice. Still have not lost power yet. Whenever I add a bunch of stuff, I always feel like I'm about to lose power, which is pretty funny. Okay, and let's just put this stuff back where we got it from now. Put that in there. Take this out. Actually, we'll just use up the rest of this. Let's just use that up. What are we making? Fertilizer. So, actually, some of this I want to put back. Water. Don't need water. Fertilizer already got, so put that in there. One more algae. Oh, we're out. I know just where to get it from. Bloop. We'll go back and get more later. 15 algae, 5 sulfur, and then eggplant. Now, my biggest actual problem right now is actually not the eggplants, it's actually the algae. And eventually we'll get that fixed as well. Fertilizer. Take a bunch of that. That in there. And let's get some algae. And again, a bunch of these algae generators running out here. And I moved some of these closer to the base. I probably want to go and move even more of these over here on this side, opposed to them being on way over on the other side. For now, we'll just grab hopefully a full inventory of algae. Now, my goal is to make it where I only have to come out here once or twice, right? And eventually it'd be great to have 2 full inventories of algae since you use so much of it. So you really want this whole entire area to just be swamped with algae. And I don't really know what happens if you put these real close to each other and overlap them. I'm a bit of an RPer as well in the fact that I don't like stuff to clip. I don't like stuff to overlap. I want to fill out the whole entire lake with all this algae that we got going. Because these also generate a little bit of help for you when you're... and there we go, inventory full. When you're trying to put oxygen and everything in the atmosphere. So that helps a bunch. That's nice just to walk right in there. All right, full inventory, full of it. Very nice. Into here. And once again. Just keep it going. I'm just going to grab all of those because it's just easier. More algae. More sulfur. And eggplants. All right. Seems right to me. Let's go for it. Oh, not enough algae. Not enough algae to make that happen, Captain. A lot of fertilizer there. Alright, so... I don't know what the ratio is of that. I'm just going to grab a bunch of this. And then we're just going to do what we can do. Close enough. Okay, algae back. Sulfur back in there. And tons of fertilizer. And then eggplant back in there. Okay, now we're going to take all this fertilizer out. Hope I see some trees there too. We can take these trees out. Since we have a place for these actually to go. Oh, backlogging those. That's nice. Okay, and then we want more builders here. Super alloy and water. A lot of water. And a lot of super alloy. In fact, we'll just fill the rest of that up with super alloy. And did we get our last one in? We did. Let's start some more rows. Now, I think we left this side open. Yeah, so we'll just start with this side and work our way that way. How can we get through there? Let's just stand in the way so that basically blocking it should be able to get through. Nope. Maybe leave a gap. Put this one over here. I'll just purposely leave a gap. Minimum gap I can get through. That's good enough. Something like that, and then just run the rest. Let's go. More water. Probably just leave that open so I can kind of run all the way through there. Okie dokie, everybody. That's a lot of seeds, right? Now we're ready for our squash. I don't really need squash because squash is using kind of the tier 2 fertilizer. And I'm not using too much of that right now. But you never know. I might need some later on. And eventually what I want this to do is actually act... Oh, we can actually put some more mushrooms. Maybe put mushrooms on this one. There we go. actually want to act it like this is the storage, right? So this is just going to store the food for me, and when I need it, I can go ahead and just pick it up, which is very, very useful. Oh, actually, I had another one I can put in. Let's start putting some here on the back side. Maybe one over this way. We'll kind of just turn it like this for right now. Get that seed out of there. There we go. And then we'll fill in the rest of these areas with as many of those as we can go. Get going eventually. So let's keep working away on our fertilizer. Some more algae. It's a little hard to see underwater too, because it's just like blurry. I'm running around trying to see these suckers. And again, good time to crank up your settings for at least a minute while you're doing this. Yeah, I see a lot more of them now. A lot easier to see. I'd turn off this blurriness underwater if I could. Again, it affects my eyeballs. But no option for that yet. At least I've found. Open, there we go. Inventory full. Heading back. On top of the turnaround, I have no problem keeping up with games like Satisfactory with a group of people. I'm thinking about renting a server for some friends and myself. Yeah, Bo. Yeah, it had no problem. I forget how many people we had on, 5 or 6. You could have way more than that. You just follow that link right there. Make sure to put my name in there. Save yourself 10%. Give it a go. It's only like $5, so I just try it out for a month, right? Get everybody in there, play some Satisfactory, build yourself some cool stuff, and see how it goes. And then also save yourself some cash at the same time. Easy peasy. They're the best over there. They don't mess around. They get her done, if you know what I mean. Like that. Oh yeah, I need to turn it back down again. Go to high. I'm building out a massive amount of stuff over here, so it definitely I can feel the game getting slower. For sure. More fertilizer. There's 5 more. This rain's really slowing it down too. Remember what the other thing is? Super alloy. No, not this. I need eggplant for fertilizer. Put the rest of it in there. Scrap. Fertilizer. Fertilizer in here. And how much algae we got? We got enough to get something going on. Yeah, only got a little bit of sulfur left anyway. We can go make a sulfur run as well. that going first. Algae. Eggplant. And then a ton of this stuff. And super alloy. And water. Okie dokie. Let's put some more of these things in. Probably should just put one there so it's not blocking me. And as many as we can sneak in. I'm feeling like about 3 of those are gonna fit in there. Yeah, about 3. Three more. More squash seeds. And you're like, well, Kismet, why don't you put some more other stuff in there? Because I've already used all the seeds from everything else that I could find in the entire world. So the only other thing really to grow is squash. And so we're going to grow out every last squash. We're going to grow out every single thing that we possibly can to the nth degree. Let's do it. You can see I've got a massive amount of stuff going there. Now, what do I do from here? Well, I don't think I have enough room in that direction, so I kind of need to think about going in this direction. Iron, titanium, and 2 super alloy. Let's go to this one. 1, 2. What we should do is go, let's say right here. Move this super alloy into there. Actually, let's just put all that in there for now. And was it this one? This one. Take this out. And then we just need some titanium. We're going to go ahead and try to build out a room over here. Not quite how I wanted it to go. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it to go that way. Not going to let us, eh? Not going to let me. No worries. Oh wait, I don't have the do I have the resources? Yeah, I have the resources. I gotta take one of these out. Stick it over here. Alright, I might be too close also to the other stuff. But we're gonna give it a go and see what happens. Yeah, I'm too close. When I click it, it basically says nope. Which means that this is too close to this other one. Yeah. Having trouble snapping in there. There we go. See, I got it snapped in there. It's too close to that one. So I will have to kind of pop that out that way, and that's okay. And I could go this way, but again, I have to move that new power. I think it'll be fine. Let's go back over here. Put that back in how I had it. And this eventually is going to be more of these. So we can go ahead and put this one. No. What do I do with that other iron right there? Put this one back in here. Matter which way it goes, but we'll call it like that. go. Able to make it through there. Yeah. Very involved, this game, isn't it? It's incredibly great, man. It's been I've been playing for 3 hours, and it feels like just a few minutes have gone by. Again, that's how you know you're having lots of fun. I think what we'll do is we'll run it long ways here, so I feel like we'll have to move some of this stuff that we're not really using. Maybe move this food and ice here out of there. Any room for these? Really need to use up this super alloy. Yeah, let's try the front one. Oh wow, I gotta put a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, not so good there, not so good. All right, we'll put that all back in there. And then we'll get this out of here as well. What do we need? We need super alloy and water. I've already used up the water. All right, now that I need more water, luckily I've just got some stuff down here doing this job. So we'll get all that and all of this and a little bit of this. We might as well eat some of this food. Don't have to worry about that either. Okay, water. It was turned the wrong way. Turned completely the wrong way. Already got some on me. More seeds. Get them in there. These seeds need to move. The more I put them in here, the less I need them actually in a box, right? So close. So close. And then we'll go ahead and, again, eventually move our way into here as we go across here. I kind of feel like we could also put another box right back here. And put all that stuff in the box. All right, man. Now that is blazing. Absolutely blazing it there. And I think we're good there. Love the layout of this base. Holy moly. Look, I mean, it's so much more condensed, but it's bigger in the what it's producing than what I had in my big giant base, right? Way better. Now, again, make sure best way to help support the stream, everybody, is to show those sponsors some love. I appreciate all you guys. Go out there if you want to get your own server for something like 7 Days to Die, Ark, Minecraft, and Satisfactory, or Astroneer, or a host of other, a giant list of other games that they have over there. Feel free to go ahead and follow that link right there in the chat. Pop on over there. Of course, you get 10% off by using my name. Dynamite, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that big time. Now, we're crushing everybody. I think we got 3%. Let's go take a look. Yeah, we're over 3% into fish. And again, I've just been building it up and building it up over time. Let's get our tree thingies out of here. And again, we're going to try to convert all of these seeds, the regular seeds, into tree seeds. And we're just kind of doing that over time here. Little by little. There we go. Let's keep that going. Now let's kind of switch gears here. We'll come back to working on oxygen. We probably should switch gears into heat. and try to make a bunch more of these heat things. Now, I have a lot of this stuff already. And I forget what I was using the explosive powder for. Oh, I was using it for the shredder machines. And so let's go ahead and make a bunch of these first. So we're going to make a bunch of shredder machines. So we can use those. And then uranium and osmium. We know we got a bunch of that. Uri in here. Let's just use the Oz from the overflow. Over here. Very nice. Then we go out here and work with our work with all of this. Now I want to have one of these at every 2 of these because it just makes it more convenient. Oh, I forgot the super alloy. Literally got 15 boxes of super alloy here. Ah, okay, fine. Fine. Be that way. Super alloy over here. Boom. Okay, back to my thing over here. And so we got the first one. We're gonna put the second one in. And you'll see why. Those are shredder machines. What they do is they allow me to just destroy resources. And I have a tendency to destroy a lot of resources because of the fact that it'll get massively overwhelming at some point, where it's very, very difficult to manage that much stuff at the same time. So we're going to put those down, and then we still have some left over, which means we could probably make 3 of those. Let's go in and get these iridium rods. Our iridium is here. Plenty of rods. I forget how many we need each. 2 each. So we're going to need 6. There we go. 6 of those. Get 3 of these bags. All right. And then 3 super alloy each. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we need 2 more super alloy. I just grab it all. And then we'll go put some more heat down. Let's go. And again, we'll just use this whole area, try to maximize the area and listen to see if our power goes off. Oh, good to go. Put another one in. Squeeze it in there. Nice. All right. More heat on the way. Again, let's see how our heat looks. See, it's not... See how fast the oxygen is clicking off up there? Our heat and pressure and biomass need to be doing the same thing as what that oxygen is doing up there. Now, of course, the oxygen one is like 12,000 oxygen. It is so much more powerful. The tier 3 spreader here, again, does 12,000 oxygen. We're the highest level heater, and I have a feeling they're going to add a tier 5 heater eventually, and then the same thing with your extractor, or tier 5 extractor, because they need to massively scale that up. They need to make it where you could make that higher end item, which will match up to the oxygen, because really you want to have all of them going. Well, you can see the heat ticking off though. So I say we just make a bunch more. Let's go. Now to make a bunch more of these suckers, I'm going to need to temporarily put this over here. And I can tell you I'm going to need a lot more sulfur. So let's go get that. Now again, constantly all over the world, I have it extracting all the resources that I need at any given moment. So I can go ahead and just go there and grab it. So that's what we're going to do. And again, look at all these cool tree spreaders over here. Tree spreaders over here doing their job. All right, right in here is where we want to go. All the way through this cave and to the other side. Now, you can also come around from the other side over there through the cave. I feel like this way is a bit shorter, and also I come over here for the osmium sometimes too, but really not that often currently, because I'm not really using it for the stuff I'm constructing, but eventually when I get into other stuff, definitely going to need it. So this is overflow here, and you see I got lots of sulfur in there. I might want to do 2 runs of sulfur. There we go. Maybe a little iron as well. So I am kind of looking for iron. Again, put all that in there. Now the rest of this, again, I'll go ahead and grab it. Oh, got a little sulfur there. Put that back. Take this out. Same thing with the iron. And take that out. And then right here is that shredder machine you saw me just making. And then I'll just literally get rid of it all. Because I'm at a level now where I don't want to have to lug that stuff back and forth, back and forth. I want to make sure all of these are clear. They're clear. And so now I'll go ahead and grab this. I'll start with the sulfur first. And we'll work our way across to the other side. And we'll go ahead and use our little temporary sulfur drop off here. Actually, let's see if we got any water hiding in here. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, God, got tons of sulfur in there, too. Let's get that out of there. So, and we're going to call this Sol 2. Take that aluminum out. And let's call this aluminum. Put all that in there. All right. Lots of sulfur. Certainly not hurting for that. And I'm just kind of moving the resources forward. Just makes it easier when I run back and forth. Very much easier. Let's put all that in. Take this out. There we go. Very nice. It's interesting. You don't see the shield until I get closer. Depends on how you have your graphic settings, but as I get closer, you see my stuff start to fill in. Very cool. Yeah, it's leaking inside. Well, it's actually raining inside, but yeah. Hey ho from Italy. Hello, Funky Human. Hopefully Italy is beautiful today. Hope you're having a great time and some good weather. You can start to enjoy the spring. That's what I want to do. I want to get out and enjoy the spring, but haven't quite got to it yet. I'll get around to it. Oh, we should eat some food before we run out, just to get that taken care of as well. And maybe bring some food with us. And drop a little extra food, maybe a little extra water over there as well. Just to have it handy dandy. And I find that when you do put your heat down, for some reason it actually scales up seemingly a bit faster than the oxygen does. I feel like heat's one of the easiest things to do. But you should really start oxygen at the very beginning of the game. You should go very heavy oxygen. And that's because you only have a finite amount of food that you can actually find. You can't make any food. Oh, I'm going this way. You can't make any food, so you have to get to a point where you've, you're making food so you don't die. You don't starve to death. A very, very good tip on that one. Okay, sulfur, and we're going to put all of this sulfur away at this box at the end. All right, nice. Okay, now we're about to burn up a ton of iridium and sulfur. So we'll go ahead and say fill. I think it's 2 to 1, right? 2 to 1, yeah. So 2 to 1 in the favor of sulfur. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's say we have, it's 2. Put all this back. This is 20. So we're going to need 20 more, and this would be 15. So 15, that would be half of that, half of 20, so it would be 10. It'd be 10 iridium as well. And I don't think I have that many undone, but here's the cool thing about iridium rods. Show you a great little secret. The reason why I have this thing right here, it's called a recycler, is so you can put the iridium rods in there, press the button, bam! And then you get all the raw resources back again. So you can store it in its more compact form, and then, of course, use it in its more expanded form for when you need it. Like right now, we're going to try to put down a bunch of that stuff. So there we go. And then we'll go ahead and put all the iridium back. Really try to scale it up as much as we can. And then we're going to launch a bunch of rockets. So we need to look at this, which super alloy, and then the actual rods. And then over here, how are we looking? 386 for each of these. It's 51 energy, so we could do 7 of them right now, and we have 10. Let's start with 5, because we're probably not going to have enough for rods over here. Let's go with that. I didn't even bother counting it. And then super alloy. Like I said, I'm going to be using this super alloy up as much as I can on this kind of stuff. And again, let's just try to squeeze it in as much as we can get in there. We're going to definitely want to max these out. Now again, I've already launched off a ton of rockets, so every one of those I put down is already like multiplied times 1,000 and 1,000 more and 1,000 more. So it really giving a big boost to that heat, and we're going to definitely see the difference once we put a bunch of these down. We'll start to see those numbers tick off way faster than they did. And you don't have to put these all together, by the way. I could spread them all out around the planet if I wanted to. I just want to go ahead and get as many of these in as I can. Wow, that actually stacked right over that. Again, I'm not putting them in perfect rows. I'm just trying to squeeze them together until I hear the power go off. Put as many in until the power says, nope, you're all done, bro. Oh, lag. I'm lagging it out now. And then here. Getting my lag on, everybody. I don't think I put any of these under here because of the overlapping top part. But you know, we'll give it a go. See what we can do here. See what it'll let me get away with. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, just listening for that power to go off. And there it is. Now, when I do that, everything turns off. So we definitely don't want to do that right now. Best thing to do, go in here and work on some more power. So let's put all this away into there. Oh, or try anyway. Let's get this other stuff out of here. And we'll come back, grab all that here later on. That's already good. Put this in the overflow. Okay. Now that we got that done, we want to go ahead and work with our uranium some more. I think we already have enough rods. Yes. And oh, and we need some of that explosive powder, so that's useful. Get some of that. Actually got more uranium in there, but probably not enough for what we need. We have enough for 3 more power plants. But we don't have the uranium right now. But we have super alloy and we have the other stuff. And this is going to give us 300 power, so we could at least get enough for 1 more of these. And actually, I could probably just take this one out now. Start to work my way backwards. As we're using up this super alloy, as I said we were going to. And then water. Okie dokie, we're going out this way. Sneak another one in the back here. Nope, it's okay. We'll get some more going over here. And we'll probably have to run for some more uranium. Or again, we can start working on our rockets either way. Okay, so we got that done. We'll come back and work on more power. Put all that back. And maybe we'll try to get 2 more. Maybe. How much iridium I have left? Nope. Maybe one more heater. Now, and then we'll have to go collect resources. Get that going. Let's go down here on the water level. Oh, there's a whole bunch of, a whole bunch of room in here. I could be running these along the front side. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at how our heat is doing now. Again, what we want to see is we want to see that number ticking off pretty quickly. Oh yeah, way faster than it was. Not as quite as fast as the oxygen, but certainly ticking off much faster. We're now at 31.21 TTI on 3.02, right? Again, all of this stuff is going. Big Mac, Kismet, your base is awesome. This is the baby base. This is actually a way awesome way of organizing your base here. And I discovered also that you can keep your resources outside. So all your base resources, especially if you're using a lot of extractors like I am, you can see I've got, actually, let me get up on the base. A little easier to see. It's so laggy with so much stuff going on. Up here, there we go. Let's save too, because that's a lot of work. As you can see, I've got a bunch of extractors going out here. So I'm extracting iron and all the other basic resources. I've got 20 of them going. And I have all of those basic resources out here. They're not in the base, so I don't need a big base. Really, all I need is, it looks like, basically 3 long by 2 wide, and then, of course, a bunch of tree growers. And then, of course, your lab for all of that. Actually, we can go in and, speaking of having some fun, let's go ahead and put in these. So let's get some titanium right here, and then a whole bunch of cobalt. And that'll make it easier for me to explain it. I can just put in the windows, and we can just look down in there. Hopefully it'll make the whole thing out of glass at some point. But as you can see, I've got a bunch of stuff converting down there. I've got the biolab here. And then all the rest of this stuff is just a whole bunch of other resources running, mostly food. Let's get a bunch of titanium out of here. More cobalt. I feel like it's a good time to put in all the sealing compartments. Now, if you put in this glass, by the way, it does make it more tough for you to put stuff on top of it. I like to have a nice open base where all the light's going to come in. So I'm not living in a, dark dungeon. Sometimes it feels like, wow, certainly no hurting for titanium there, right? Again, you'll see me use it up, and then as I use it up, I will just replenish whatever I used up over time. Again, so not only is it cool to make a big base, but it's also cool to make a base that is efficient, right? Incredibly efficient base. I've shrunk down a base which was, 5 or 10 times this size down to just as big as it needs to be. And I feel like that's a better base. Instead of building a big elaborate base and say, look at my big elaborate base, everybody, look at my base that does the same work as a big elaborate base, but does it at an incredibly efficient size and with a lot less resources, which is awesome. See, now you can go inside, you can look up, meteors are coming down, you'll be able to see it, but also makes it lighter inside as well, so it's not so dark and dingy in your base. It's interesting when you go over here, notice the difference in the lighting, and then when I go over here, the lighting goes down. I don't know why that is. It seems pretty odd to me, but it's probably something they'll work on eventually. Let's save that. Good morning, Aggie. What up? Yeah, very fun. All right. Oh, man, I've been going for like 4 hours, everybody. I should take a break. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take a quick break. Just to get up, walk around for a minute, and we're going to come back. We're going to do a little bit more of this. We're going to work a bit more on getting all that stuff queued up and try to get more of our heat and stuff going. And then I'm just going to let it run in the background, and we're going to play another game, or maybe I'll just run it off stream. We're going to play a bunch of Darwinia, which is incredibly great game. So yeah, I think I'll just let it run. See, I'm trying to let it run at night when I'm sleeping, or I let it run during the day when I'm working on other stuff, like I'm working on things over there. And very much like Satisfactory, this would be a great server game for multiplayer as well. But really just a server game, so you could just let it run 24/7, so it's not running on your machine, right? So you could use a server to let it run on there, and just let it run and run and run. Now, if this was like Satisfactory, which I let run 24/7, 7 days a week, I could just let this run and just literally, there's nothing else I need to do. Is log out, let it run, come back, see how it's doing, log out, whatnot. But in this particular instance, in the early access, it's not server. You have to play it on your local machine. And so I just let it run. Basically, you can just AFK. Now, if my guy dies, the only thing he's going to drop is the resources that are on him. So the best thing to do is just to clear those resources off of your character. And then you don't have to worry about it, right? You drop it all in here. If it want to let me. Come on. There we go. And then maybe just make a mess here. A little bit of a mess here in the iridium. And there we go. And now my guy can just stay right there and just die over and over and over again. With no real repercussions on it. Now, speaking of stuff we need to work on, let's do some food first. Look at this. Ooh, mama. Wow, that's just enough room with a little extra to take that all out in one swing. And I find it's way more efficient to do a whole bunch of these than to do one at a time or two at a time. You can just, it takes less time to do them all in a sequence. Like so. Oh, why did I have 2 left over? Must have missed a couple right there. There we go. And then now that's going to do a whole bunch more. We take this, eat that, put that out there. Boom. See, I just do that for a couple rounds. I got a whole box full of it. All right, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and hide inside the base for now. And take a quick break. Again, I'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, AMZ, and Carlos. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.